Welcome back to Arkwich. No, this isn't community. It's Street Sweeps, right? Where we have a group of ne'er-do-goods. Ne'er-do-wells. Is that what ne'er-do-well means? They try to do well. Never do well. Ne'er-do-well.
Yeah, I think the V isn't like a.
Oh, ne'er-do-well. Ne'er-do-good. No, ne'er-do-bads. We have a couple of ne'er-do-bads. Who tried to help out a tavern owner that complained about a problem with rat infestation. They got to the tavern and they found out that the rat infestation was more than an infestation. It was a mutated rat king. Spooky. They got in a scuffle, a curse scuffle. They fought. They won narrowly. Unfortunately for them, one of the members of the party ingested stuff she probably shouldn't have. That is where we will pick up today in the city of Arkwich. We are missing one member right now. We're missing Solara, an elf fighter who, it makes sense in game why she's out. She swallowed mutant rat bile poison stuff. So we'll deal with that later, but we will go with the goodest of girls first.
I am Lucia Perry Tosino, if you can call me Lucy, and I am a very well-meaning diplomat who has been sent to bring relations between Barkwich and Arkwich, the land of the Shuni, and I am a very good girl, and I literally forgot my class.
Oracle. Good job.
We'll cut that all out.
We will go with the legend from the ring himself, Tito.
Yeah, I'm Tito.
Use your voice. Use the voice.
I'm Tito, brother. I'm Venara monk, here to wrestle and hurt large things. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We will go with the sexiest member of the group, the ladies' man himself.
The opposite of real life. I'm Marlon. I'm playing a gnome bard named Oliver, and he's turning out to be a pretty nice guy so far. So other than that, you know, he's trying his best.
We're in a strange situation now with the last one of our members, who was previously a Shuni, but has since decided he's like to dabble in another character. So we'll go with you, and that's why I saved you last. Best for last. Or the two people for last. Why don't you introduce yourself, both of you, because you will be playing Sherlock for a bit.
I'm Sherlock Bones. I am a investigator, and I'm a Shuni. I don't know really what is about to happen to me, because, well, that's the future.
And you're also...
And I'm also Herb, you know. I'm a druid, but I'm a dwarf, so people don't like that. They think that's kind of weird. I don't like rocks. I like plants. I got a leshy. That's pretty cool. Do you know all the things you can make out of plants? Lots of different types of alcohol.
That's what's important in life.
That's what's important.
So, we will now join our ne'er-do-bads in the tavern. They had just slain the rat. You have Tito in the basement up to his ankles in what smells like sewage. You have an unconscious... Was she unconscious when we left? We will say an unconscious elf, Solara, and those are the only two that were down there, right? Everyone else was up above.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, the smell is worse coming up from the sewers. It smells just absolutely atrocious.
Unconscious but not dying.
Correct.
Right.
Unconscious but not dying.
Who's down at the bottom again?
Solara and Tito. Tito did one of the coolest
Jumps.
flying elbow drop on the rat king.
Tito harmed a lot of people. It stinks down here, brothers. I'm gonna pick this gal up and climb back up.
Can we throw a rope down to Tito?
There's a ladder.
Oh,
There's a ladder.
Put that down. Oh, there's a ladder there. She holds it even though it doesn't need to be held. She just wants to be helpful.
It's there's no effort for you to get her out of the sewage and the swamp, and you flop her down on the ground. Her hair squishes. It's kind of sprays. Sherlock, I believe, a little bit.
Oh, did the amount of prestidigitation is needed for it to be pretty again? I don't care how long it takes.
Oh boy.
Be here a while.
So I have medicine.
Alright. You want to try to
start
roll
on her
your...
face.
It was a good fight.
What? Prestidigitation is
I
like
can use
1 cubic.
Medicine.
I'm gonna detect magic.
Why don't
That's my
you
turn.
roll your... What are you trying to do? Are you trying to heal her? Or are you trying to...
CPR.
She's not dying, right? She's just...
CPR.
Okay, roll for CPR.
Ribs broken.
Lucy's gonna stop this. She knows what he's doing.
Hey,
Don't you
only
die
one
on
person
me,
can
you
kiss her.
You selfish elf. Don't you die. 22.
22.
You don't need to insult her.
You successfully performed CPR. She is not dying.
Thank you.
You roll. Give me a fortitude save.
Okay.
Raggy. I kind of forgot what my voice is. I haven't practiced it.
Australian.
Yeah, it was like high pitched.
Good on.
Natural 20.
Natural
Thank you.
20. Hey, good job. So you
does anyone have a breathing barrier?
I'll just hold your nose while you're.
No, a breathing barrier. It stops things from projecting back upward into the respirator.
Yeah.
I know you're not used to protection, then, Mr. Bob, but you know.
Oh!
Yeah, mate. I don't know how to use that at all. I got a little piece of cloth here. You could try that. I don't know.
What are we talking about?
Well, did she not go down due to some?
I think she's breathing.
She is breathing.
Is she breathing?
She is breathing. Yes.
I don't understand what happened between you two.
She is breathing, sir. Or,
Yes.
Sorry, Lucy.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get this out of her hair, and I keep trying to do stuff because we know how much she wants to look pretty, and she's like crying.
Lucy,
Yeah.
I don't think her appearance matters as much as her health.
She's knocked out, mate. It's not important right now.
It's always important.
Is there? Do we need to go back downstairs? What do we have to do? We, took care of the giant, disgusting mutation.
We're not done.
Sherlock has told you.
Oh, right.
There was
Sorry.
The infestation that needed to be taken care of.
There's an infestation that we need to take care of. The rats that we just dealt with were at the beginning of it. So you have actually came here and cleared out the rat infestation a few times before. And this time we realized that it's not just an infestation. They're continually being planted. So I was going to go downstairs and check the crates and stuff and see who delivered them and maybe start trying to work backwards on where these things are coming from because they're clearly being planted.
It sounds
go down
disgusting.
It does sound disgusting.
It is disgusting, but that is the line of work for adventurers.
Well, we're down one person, and Tito, as cool as he is, doesn't look like he's doing too great.
Tito probably has some diseases.
Tito's pretty hurt, brother.
Tito.
I freaking love Tito.
Let me see here. Tito.
Holy crap.
Sherlock hands over an elixir of life to Tito. So you drink that and it will restore you 1d6 hit points.
You can also treat wounds in Pathfinder, remember. You can all try to medicine. Takes 10 minutes or whatever, but you can.
We'll do this first and then.
My medicine's only +4.
And then I'll roll for medicine after that.
I can give you guidance.
1d6.
1d6, yeah.
Yeah,
it's because they're elixirs, they're super cheap.
No, if you can roll, and if you beat a DC 15, you will heal for 2d8 critical successes, 4d8. And if you try for a DC 20 heal, you heal 2d8 plus 10.
Nope.
40.
It's the base one. And I'm going to give you guidance. So you get a +1.
So I got an 8 total.
Oh, no.
That's not a critical. Are you going for the 10 or the 20?
Oh,
Are you going
10.
for the trained or expert?
I am trained.
No, but like you can say, I want to go for the expert.
I would go for trained. I would not go for expert.
It's not a critical failure then. So
That's
you
should I give it a go?
10 minutes trying to heal, and there's a lot of sludge and stuff, and you're like, it's so gross. Oh, and it's all in his fur. He's a Venara, so his fur, and it's matted, disgusting. Sewage.
I just heard Solara. I was I'm gonna help Solara.
I can give it a go.
Did you just try to medicine? Oh, natural 1 on your medicine for Solara. Let's see.
I'm a player killer.
Oh, they were already good. They were already stabilized.
Roll 1d8.
Okay.
Oh no.
Can I cast stabilize?
Wait, hang on. How does death work in Pathfinder? Solara. Hang on. Solara has wounded 2.
If she gets another wounded, then she
stabilized.
No, she would be wounded. I'm pretty sure she would. Hold on. Let's go to the website of Awesomeness.
Okay, dang. Now we gotta do some research. All right, wounded Pathfinder 2E death.
This is what Lucy would do: is kill the other player by trying to help.
Oh, you have +0 to medicine too. Oh no.
You have been seriously injured. Dying. You become wounded 1. If you gain the dying condition while wounded, increase your dying value.
Well, did we stop dying? Because I stabilized her last game.
Wounds persist though. She was wounded 2. Now she's dying, so she's at 0 health or whatever.
Can I cast stabilize again?
This
cantrip.
Hang on, let me. Well, the thing is, if you're at when does wounded kill you is my question. If you're wounded 4, does it?
So it says if you gain the dying condition while wounded, increase the dying condition's value by your wounded value. So if you have wounded 3 and you become dying, you die. The wounded condition ends if someone successfully restores hit points to you and treats wounds. So if she was healed at all, after being stabilized, all wounds would go away.
She was.
I don't think she was, because I didn't.
She was stabilized. She was only
stabilized. Stabilizing just stabilizes.
Did we just kill a player when the player wasn't here?
I would say no,
this potion instead of me.
That's not fair.
Also, she would have been conscious.
No, she would have been unconscious if no one's healed her. She would have been unconscious.
Because stabilize does not restore any hit points.
Oh, can I use a hero point?
Yeah, you can use it. Yes, use your hero point.
Okay.
You should.
Can I guide? I need to guide Lucy.
Yes, please.
+1 to your roll.
So do I start like, I'll make you pretty again? I go. Then she comes up like, I start screaming.
I'll make you pretty again. You cover her nose and her mouth. I'll make you pretty again. I'll make you pretty again. I'll make you pretty.
Oh my goodness.
So do I add 1 to this?
Oh, just re-roll your thing. Okay.
Yeah, you had 1.
So I got 9.
Okay, so that's not a heal, but she's not dying or dead.
And Lucy may have learned her lesson, but Lucy might be having a meltdown now because she's never been in this kind of situation.
Heroically, in the most heroic of terms, your hand is like wrapping around her throat, and you're like, all right. So breath comes in the mouth and the nose, so your hands are like hovering. I shouldn't do that.
But now after all this, she's never been in a fight before because she was protected by bodyguards all her life. She's now probably in a corner, hyperventilating, crying, and not wanting to go downstairs.
You legitimately just killed someone, by the way.
I think deep down she knows.
She knows. Oh my.
Maybe we just let her sit there. She's gonna be okay.
Did he tell you that
I'm not
be here?
No, I was talking about
funniest
Solara.
thing I've seen in a while.
Hey, good job not killing your
Cos-
friend, brother.
If you didn't have a hero point, Michael or Solara would have in fact been dead. I wouldn't have nope. This is exactly how it would have happened.
That's he's never used one. I had one on
Yeah.
the sheet.
Did he say he wasn't going to be here?
No.
So then I guess you could have killed him.
I mean,
because he didn't say he wasn't going to be here. But it was
that's how the dice rolls. The dice does what the dice wants to do. If the dice wants to kill him when he's not here, so be it. What would have happened is Lucy would be like, "I'll heal you," natural. And then she just karate chops her right in the throat.
Lucy's not healing any of you ever again.
So I think she needs a clear airway, so we just take our knife and drive it through the throat. That'll free up the air.
If you put a hole in each lung, the air can get in, right?
I think she's not talking like, I don't know why he's trying to kiss you. I'm very sorry. That's not how shooting you are. Oh.
Heck yeah. Okay, so that situation is still present. We do not have a dead character from the other players. That's fine.
I think I'm gonna try to heal Tito.
Good.
Going for the 10, not the 20 for sure.
Great. The trade one. It'd be 15.
Got it.
Hey, just all right. 2d8.
2d8.
Oh my word.
Plus anything or?
When did we tell Solara's player?
I already did.
Okay.
Shouldn't have said anything.
I said technically you died.
Technically.
I'm jumping in on this.
Thanks for helping me out, brother. I'm ready to go back down.
Oh my word.
So you
That was so.
seems like we need to go further down, but we're gonna have to leave one unconscious person here, and Tito's feeling a bit better. So, should we go or wait?
Good question.
Carry her.
No, I think she should stay here.
All right, then let's go. Leave her. Leave her for the rats.
I guess I should stay away from her because all I do is hurt her.
No, we'll put her up on top of
You
the
didn't
table
almost kill
inside
her.
the bar, and try to make it so that it's a little bit protected, like barricaded with chairs or whatever, in case any rats get up here.
Shut the thing on our way down as well.
And Sherewalk does not have another potion. Otherwise, I would offer it.
I don't have one in my inventory, or I would as well. I think.
They're 3 gold, so that's why I bought one. They're really affordable elixirs of life.
I have money too, but I think I've gotten that since.
But where are you gonna buy it in here? You know.
Yeah. Oh look, an alchemist shop.
Oh look, this rat has a little shop in the corner.
What are you selling?
What you buying, stranger?
Oh,
what
God.
you selling? All right, so you head back down into the sewer, the basement. Well, the first thing you notice is there's, several inches of sludge that you step into. Not normal sewage. You're not versed in sewage, but you do know that sewage is not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to flow relatively unimpeded. Also, it's the Downs that doesn't have a sewage system. This place does. I remember this.
The mongrel district has one.
Yeah, most of Arkwich has a sewage. The thing is,
Does it all just flow into the town?
It all flows. Yes, it all floats into the Downs. Yes,
So messed up.
it is very messed up. And then the Downs doesn't have a sewage system because there's an underwater river system. So you notice that it's thick sludge, black, ichor-ish. The first thing that you would notice, Sherlock, your intellect tells you that it feels similar to what you saw in Solar's throat as you were CPRing, making sure she's fine. So that's the first thing you notice is there's a striking similarity between what is in Solara's mouth and throat to what this sludge is.
And that's what was bringing the whole rat monster thing together, wasn't it? Whenever we cut like an arm off.
Yes. The next thing you notice is a small corpse, the corpse of a small person. roughly where the you, Tito, Solara were. Just the corpse of a small man, clothing still on, tattered, eaten away by whatever acid ichor this is. And you see rats swimming, little rat doggy paddles, a couple of rats like on some barrels looking, cleaning themselves. And
are we in the sewer yet? Are we in the ichor yet? Because I would probably be like, let's not get in the ichor. If it's
someone is who went down first. I'm assuming it's Tito because Tito's already covered in it.
Because I'm wondering if we shouldn't touch it if it's eating away his clothes, or does he mean more of like how water would make stuff torn? And
not like acid. Like this little humanoid has been in there and it's been eating away. Not like it being on your skin doesn't feel good. It's an irritant for sure. Much like if you were crawling through the sewer, that would be an irritant to your skin, just because feces is not good or feels good rather. So it's much the same in that, although possibly more caustic.
Can we see anything on the little person? Can I use Mage Hand to try to like grab anything I can see?
Sure. So you lift up off of him a small coin purse. And as you lift up, a couple of the coins fall into the mage's hand as you, we'll give it to you like that. And so the pouch is kind of eaten also, but luckily your hand catches it. You bring those disgusting coins over to you. It smells rancid. There is 9 gold, 7 silver, and 37 copper.
Literally filthy lucre.
Wait, 9 GP, how much silver?
7, I think I said.
7 SP,
and 37 copper.
Can I cast Haunting Him as a cone, but like go look around Tito so I don't hit Tito with it to get the rats to scurry?
It's not. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, you can. You want to just chase away whatever rats are.
Well, it hurts them. I'm trying to kill them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, roll. Is it a save?
Savage.
I am absolutely gonna roll. I'm gonna roll
Fortitude.
these. All right, what's your save?
17.
Is it half damage?
76.
What?
Half damage on save or full damage or no damage? It just looks like fails.
Somebody just rolled 60-20 and got a 76.
Yeah, 6 rats. 6 rats
with
rolled.
a basic fortitude save. Sure.
So we'll say you kill. Oh wow, your DC is real high. So you.
DC 17.
Let
me hear your haunting hymn. I want to hear you sing.
she does like an aroo, but it's like it's all the sadness because she knows deep down the one friend she had here she killed
feeling
her.
A little bit awkward.
But she blames these rats, and so she has this instinct like this. She must have a terrier in the background somewhere.
4 of the rats go ear, and they try to cover their little rat ears, and their eyes bleed.
Now she's crying because she's a monster.
They fall over, and 2 of them go, and they scurry away, and they splash into the water, and they swim under the water, and you kind of watch as the water ripples where they're going, and it leads right into a wall, and then it ripples back towards you.
Well,
whoever has dark vision sees that. If you don't have dark vision, it's dark down here.
Hey Sherlock, question for you.
What's that?
Is there some way that we could get around like the underside of this building and like try to get some of this liquid out from the outside, or is it completely underground?
Well, as far as I know, it's completely underground. I don't remember or recall any other way of exiting from down below.
Okay.
But maybe if we can find out what exactly this stuff is, we could find a neutralizing agent and just cause neutralize all the liquid.
That's fair. I'm not smart enough to know that. But
Maybe
another
like
idea.
Like a flour? Maybe we could mix flour into it even. Something simple.
Maybe. I don't know. I was thinking there's a lot of tables and chairs in here as well. we could throw those down as like, you know.
Yeah, like
how deep is it, Tito? How
like
far
that classic child's game, The Floor is Lava.
Precisely, yeah.
Marla, I forgot. You notice one other thing on the corpse. This is the important thing, not the money. One other thing, as you lift up the coins, I will say that the haunting howl spun the body over, and there's on the back of the individual, the small person, there is a loot that's strapped to his back. And the thing that catches your eye is it doesn't look to be. It looks to be like a waterproof substance on it. You know, like if you have wax on your car and it rains, the water beads and rolls off. It looks like that. So as he rolls over, the sludge slides off harmlessly, whereas the rest of the stuff on him, it clings to it, except for the loot.
Piper.
Definitely want to try to get that then. It doesn't. No, I saw Piper earlier. She's not dead.
Hey.
That would be too convenient for me.
So it's not hard to get it. The strap is not as you grab and tug, the strap kind of snaps easily away. You can hear sludge inside the loot, and you tip it over, and it onto the ground. Disgusting splashing sound, and the loot doesn't smell. It doesn't, like, holding it close to you with Mage Hand doesn't overwhelm you as if it were smelling, and there's none of the sludge on it.
Is it tuned?
It's tuned, and it's perfectly tuned. And you do it, and as you're looking at the loot, you recognize it. You recognize it because there's one person who consistently outperformed. Well, two people, but one of the few people who consistently outperformed you. Not maliciously. He wasn't mean. He didn't rub it in your face.
Yeah.
He was better than you, and you both kind of acknowledged it was a friendly rivalry. He wasn't like, "Ha, I got you." He was like, "Hey, you'll get it next time, man. Good luck." It was a little half.
Those are the worst.
No,
I don't mind
it. It was kind.
I don't mind that.
It was kind, and it was thoughtful. He would be like, "Hey, there's a place I heard about over there. You know, you win some, you lose some, and you pluck, and it sounds in tune and beautiful."
Cheeky bastard. He had a magic loot the whole time. I'm gonna cast detect magic just to make sure that.
Yeah. So you.
I think it just tells me generally where it is, but I think it's in my hands.
Magic within a couple times. Yeah. So I mean, I don't think anyone except for maybe Sherlock has magical items. Sherlock, do you have magical items? Solara had magical items.
There's a sledgehammer. Yeah.
Oh, she had the sledgehammer. So we'll say, yeah, you detect magic, whereas there was no magic within 30 feet. Now there is. And so you can assume it's a magical loot. We'll say. It would be easy to ignore Solara, walk 30 feet away, cast a spell like, magic now. So
okay.
Yeah.
I will throw mine over my back and go, akimbo loots.
The other hang on. I think I wanted to give you a rune of striking.
No worries. All right, well that's a good find. Let's keep going.
Honestly don't know how I do what I do or how it just happened one day.
It's okay. You're doing great.
Thank you. You're so nice. Lucy has an idea. She's gonna climb back up.
Tito's gonna search.
Want to get
in the basement
jar, anything that can have a lid because it's a bar. And I want. Do they have a kitchen where they'd have like a tong or something?
Yeah.
We'll get tongs. Some sort of jar with a lid. Take the lid off. Use the tongs to scoop up some of the ichor.
Mm-hmm.
And put the lid on and not touch any of it. And then like wash the outside of it and put it in my pack so we can get it analyzed.
Sure.
I'm gonna push a couple of benches down. Well, I'd probably have to ask someone, but
I mean, there's just a bench. You're not a child. You're a fully grown gnome.
Yeah, well, that's still only like 3 feet tall. So
yeah, you get some.
You can
benches.
ride on my back, brother.
I won't even make you roll for it. You pull over some benches.
Okay, I'm gonna, watch out, Tito. I think we can. Is it too tall for the benches to be able to stand up?
It's as deep as it is, but
It's like 3 inches. It would be fine for the benches.
Okay, I'm gonna push a couple of those down there, and then
I'm assuming with Tito's help, you get them down and you kind of make a walkway.
yeah, like I'm thinking, well, depending on how big the benches are, like we walk on one and we all get on one, and then we move this one over, and then we all get on here, and then we move over here. And then we move, and then we move. I mean, if we get in a fight, it's going to be a show, but
because you're going to be in poop.
Yeah.
Great. So yeah, you get the benches, and you're in the basement. You see, first of all, everyone roll your fortitude just from the smell. You've been around it, but still, you're in it now. Tito, you don't have to roll. You've been in it. I think you already threw up also. Voluntarily, which is pretty great.
Yeah, I did.
So we got a real bad and a real bad. Great. 2 real bads. We're waiting for.
Hey, how's the roof down here? Is it climbable?
Yeah. No. So what was? You guys. They were trying to. They were trying their darndest to make a wall. You have 2 really good rolls and 2 not so good rolls.
So it's because the Shuni, they really know how to get under a fence, under a wall.
It's because no one is willing to get dirty. So I guess it's not because Lucia's you gotta roll. So Lucia has a really good setup. So you have like half of a really good barrier. I'll let you guys roll one more time. If this fails, though,
I just assist.
No, you have to roll. Unless you're just. Oh, that was your other roll. Oh, that'd have been funny as heck. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Tito.
You guys do a.
Bringing it back, brothers.
This is what I'm gonna do to you, sludge. I'm gonna punch you, and I'm gonna block you. All right, let's go.
Wow,
all right, great job.
That time.
Brother.
So yeah, you guys build a really good barrier. And you do your best to shift out most of the sludge, and it's still leaking back in. And it's but you do spot the hole. It's big enough that you basically create a circle to where it looks like the rats were swimming, and you get and there is absolutely, you can see the ichor pouring back in from that side as well. And so it's the hole is filling back in, but have spotted the hole.
I look at everyone, and I see everyone's sizes, and the fact that the person most similar to me in size doesn't like to get dirty. And I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna go through the hole.
Well, the hole, it's like rat size hole, like, right? It's not,
okay. I thought you were thinking
it's like
down there,
I thought you were thinking like this.
No,
this
no.
big.
Lucy saw that in your eyes.
That was.
And she is very impressed.
Open it up, brother.
I was ready to throw up again.
You're so.
Has anybody got a hammer?
What if I could
There's
use
a
the broom?
sledgehammer upstairs.
Yeah, there is.
We can try to break this down. Let's go get it.
All right. So
I'm gonna climb
Tito.
Can I try pulling out one of the bricks, like around that area, or rocks?
Sure.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I can throw stuff at it as well.
Tito. I mean, it's gonna take Tito like 10 seconds because he's a monkey.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try it while he's
Yeah, sure. Roll your strength. We'll give everyone who wants to try to break the wall by hand.
I was just curious, maybe it's loose. That's what I wanted to see.
Get loose. Hey, I get funky. I get down. No, it's not loose. No, it's pretty.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Tito comes back with the sledgehammer.
Tito's back, brothers.
Roll an attack roll with it, Tito.
Guidance.
Get out of the way.
You got this, mate.
I'm gonna get you back a couple chairs or whatever.
So you only have about 10 feet of clearance, by the way. 13.
Would that be plus my dex or plus my strength?
Strength, because it's
and
plus 3.
and guidance.
16.
17. Great. Yeah, so you and the wall cracks, and so the bricks go inwards, and it feels like they hit a sponge almost, and they don't fall apart, but then they slowly start to go.
Oh no!
And more of the ichor and sludge pours in. The hole is big enough for a gnome now, though.
You want to go crawl into an ooze there, buddy?
Maybe one more. Maybe
bashing
we
it,
make a
though.
bit. Yeah.
Roll again.
It's a nice gelatinous cube you got there on the other side.
Shouldn't the city watch do this?
They don't do anything, mate.
+3, so 9.
9, 10. Yeah.
Oh, if I get guidance, yeah,
you
10.
You have guidance, so 10. We'll say
That
he
would
can't
be
say again. Why
guidance.
wouldn't he?
What's
What?
the hammer have for a plus?
Oh, it's a plus. You're right. It's a magical hammer, so +1. So you're fine. You hit it again, and then more of the wall from the bricks. This time the bricks don't fall inwards; they fall down, and then the ooze slowly, and you can kind of, those with dark vision can see in, and it's thicker. It does look like it's moving slowly through the sewer. It doesn't look to be alive, but I mean, how do you know?
It'd just be a giant, like, what is that? Plug, blah, blah, blah.
It
know what I'm
looks
trying to say?
it looks a lot like the stuff that was holding the Rat King together.
Oh,
So maybe we could push it with a bench or something toward the hole it's moving down.
anyone got fire?
No.
I could cast Spray of Stars.
Does that do fire
Oh, no, let's do
damage?
Moonbeam. Because I found out Moonbeam is not part of my curse, and Spray of Stars is.
Wait, guys, maybe we shouldn't set this on fire.
Why?
Because we're downstairs in a closed area.
Everything might-
in a methane cloud.
I don't
I
want to
wanted
die.
them to say that.
They got there. I wouldn't have interjected if they did, because Oliver was like, "Whoa, hang on a second."
Seems like a bad
think-
idea. I don't know.
Everyone comes. So, Lucy, what happened? What happened to all your beautiful fur, Lucy? Fire back!
If that happened,
Old
she would just
bold
go
Lucy.
on the next ship and she would go back. She would be done. She'd be like, let Arkwich burn.
It let me burn. It deserves the same.
She becomes the Two-Face of Arkwich.
That would be a real crappy fight.
Can I see anything in there? If I kind
You can
Is it
see
big
a
enough to
sewage
go in?
system. Yeah, it's a very well built sewage system. It's big enough to walk around in. Maybe if you're too tall, you'd have to hunch over, but everyone here would be fine.
We left her upstairs.
One person that would have trouble is not here. All you can really see is just a river of sewage. Not sewage, ichor.
so should we open this up more so more can flow in and get out then? Like a bigger hole would let more sewage in? I don't know.
The ichor smell
Yeah,
different than sewage?
It smell like it's made you throw. It's the same smell. It smells like a combination of sewage and death, rotting, just like poop. Lots of poop, like whatever a sewer would smell like. So you could imagine bad, combined with that of something that has like rotten meat and rotten milk, just rotten.
Lucy does not
flesh.
want to go in there.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go in there. I think we know what that place is. We just need to open it up so the sewage will flow out, and then we need to go to a different room.
This makes me wonder if any of the nearby shops are also having rat issues that they haven't come forward with. Maybe this is a bigger issue than we think.
So we should go up and over instead of into that. I like that idea. That is wonderful. Let's do that. Let's get out of here.
What
Are there
district
any other
flows
rooms?
down into this one directly?
Sorry, what? What?
What district flows down directly into this one?
The butcher district.
So it could be gelatinous stuff from the meats. Something they killed.
Or something died down here. We already saw one body, so. Are there any other rooms down here that we can check?
Yeah, there's room 1408. It's a good room. Go check out.
Yeah, they're first then.
No, this is a basement. There's no other rooms in the basement. It's a storage room.
Okay.
Nice try. Repartee, no way. That's not an inn, it's a tavern.
So I think we open this up more so more can flow out, and then we probably just leave, right? Because we don't see anything else down here.
Lucy loves that idea.
Tito's gonna get to bash.
Lucy stands back.
I'm gonna look around while he does that.
Hold on to your butts.
Hey, you got it. So, yeah, at this point, every hit is doing more and more damage. It doesn't take you long to knock the rest of the wall down.
Lucy holds on to her butt.
Is you have also a better view. You could even Tito could even like peer in a little bit. It does look to be. You don't have dark vision though. Tito sees nothing.
Hey Oliver, you should take a look in here.
You
All
could
right.
you could kind of bench your way up there.
I can look around.
Looking down, it doesn't look. It looks like you're not a man of science, are you? Roll your intelligence.
For science.
Sherlock, you could also be there too. We'll say you guys kind of figure that it's not gonna fully drain. There's probably too much sludge, and it will hit that point to where this is just a pool that meets the level of the flowing ichor, and this will be just like a really weird catch-all for the stuff that gets caught in the sewage. Stuff is gonna start getting collected in here. Stuff that
So
like
is it clogged
bodies.
somewhere down the line? Maybe
it doesn't.
Is that what's backing up?
It doesn't. It's still flowing. It's flowing.
It's like ichorly flowing, so it's very slow.
Picture molasses. The Boston molasses factory accident.
Oh God, we're all gonna die.
that would be the most horrifying way to die.
That'd be so bad.
A vat of slow moving molasses.
No,
that's just an ooze, right? Or a gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
So they didn't pay us to clean up down here, right? They just paid us to get rid of the rats.
Indeed.
Right.
I believe we're going to lose some of our income, though. However, we put a hole in the wall.
We helped them. That's fine.
You got mad.
We probably could have patched it instead.
That's a good idea.
There was a small hole already. Also, they didn't tell you that there was going to be a giant rat mutant freaking thing there. So I think we're even.
I knew the rats would be of unusual size, but definitely not of that.
I'll go with you to talk to
I
them.
will say the rats were only slightly bigger than normal. There was just a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. But I still need to find the origins, and right now it looks like they're coming from this. But except for how would that giant mutant one fit through that tiny hole?
It formed down.
They do here.
Because all the ichor, this magical stuff, which I got some, is down here, and these rats were formed together with it, and then it came up.
Makes me wonder what else we could glue together.
Each other.
No, let's not go.
They have tails. We have tails. Perfect.
Lucy's back way to the far end of the table and just waiting for us to go upstairs.
Have we explored everything that we can down here? Is there anything else to look?
I'd like to check the crates.
Okay.
Roll for crates.
It's a D4, I think.
Roll for crates, D4.
I'll cast Detect Magic as well. I'm assuming it allows you to overlook items you already have. It'd be kind of useless if it didn't.
So yeah, you're looking around, and it mostly feels like crates of garbage. Nothing really there. And as you're searching, you hear metal scraping against metal. And in slides a body in armor just against the side of the sewer. Slowly in. It's a humanoid body wearing half plate.
Just sliding down the sewers.
It's just being carried slowly as it just slides. It takes a little bit of time because it's slow moving, but
Gonna go grab that and pull it through into the room we're in.
So yeah, you see he has a there's a long sword on him.
Grab that.
The long sword seems to be doing this similar thing that the loot was, where it's water on oil, water on oil, a wax car. You notice a really nice ring.
Grab that.
He has his adventure pack.
Grab that.
With stuff. The adventure pack is heavy and disgusting.
Should we take the armor off him?
Yeah, we're grabbing all of it.
Wow.
I don't know who the hell he is. He can go back in the sewers, quite frankly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone killed him, and that's a whole other mystery I don't need to solve right now. Trying to
Maybe
save
he died
community
trying to
center.
explore. Maybe he
On
died
my
trying to
chair,
explore.
not my problem.
Fiddlesticks.
Okay, so
Are you just taking the body out of the sewer?
I pulled it out of the sewer, yeah.
Okay, so into the upper level, or are you just like into your little?
Into our cellar.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you take that. Just digging through the adventure pack is full up of sludge.
Just into the sewer.
You see what looks to have at one point been rations, probably? Question mark. There's a torch.
Does the person look familiar?
Can we even recognize any facial features at this point?
With this
Or would
person,
it have eaten
yes.
away?
Yes, you
No.
can.
No.
Roll a
Somebody check his eye.
Society?
no.
Look at his fingerprints.
Smell his butt.
We're not those
Roll.
kind of shooting.
Wisdom?
And it's gonna be give me a wisdom check, or you can also do an intellect check. Everyone who has spent, except for you, Lucy, you would
Okay.
not know.
Yeah, she is though.
So a D20 plus 1.
19.
That's intellect check.
Pretty good.
Ah.
5, not good.
That's much prettier of a die.
Yeah. It was better.
Tito?
Was it? What role was it?
Just
Intellect or wisdom.
intellect or wisdom, whatever is better.
So the only way to really do it is by hitting the thing at the bottom that says next to roll, whatever your modifier is, and then hitting the D20 and rolling it.
You can just roll, and then we can. I mean, if it's close. Tip of your tongue, adventurer. You swear you've seen him around the Adventurers Guild, maybe Fighters Guild. A questing guild, a guild that generally accepts tasks.
I'm gonna look if he has any sort of insignia or badge or anything amongst his sludgy stuff.
I mean, he might have, but you dumped the bag out into the sludge.
Well, nothing was visible because you said it was rations.
It came out like a
Like a gelatinous pack cube.
like you just opened a can of refried beans, but the beans had been bad, punctured with air, and it comes out in this black mass, congealed and solid. And at one end, you kind of see some ration, like a ration pack at one point,
because they're at the bottom.
And
so
it just falls into the sludge.
Let's
go
don't
back
eat
over.
that, brother.
Gonna go back over there with the sword, and poke through that black mass,
Okay.
looking for something.
Cut it down.
Roll your perception.
Persephone?
Roll your Persephone.
19.
Fist with Tiffany.
Sherlock is rolling really well
Hey,
tonight.
good for you.
He's trying to
Yeah.
talk you out of not playing him.
He's like, don't let me retire.
You find the torch in the bag. The ring was on his hand. What looks to be probably rope. I'm trying to see what I'm trying to look at like adventuring
Is
equipment.
there a symbol on the ring? Is it like a signet ring?
No.
Okay.
Maybe you should wear it and see how you feel.
I don't want to wear it and see how I feel. I might turn invisible and then ring wraiths will come out of nowhere to kill me.
No, the copyright infringement. That won't happen.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. You're right. I might become hyper visible.
I said half
ring
plate.
angels will come and get me.
The man is wearing normal clothing. I said half plate. I was wrong. It's normal clothing.
Aww.
The ring just looks like a very plain, normal ring. Nothing magical or special about it. It looks.
Aww.
It looks really cheaply made.
Things have taken a turn for the worse.
Yeah, all this stuff suddenly changed. Before it was like this shiny knight with all this cool stuff, and now it's like, oh yeah, it's got nothing.
The sword is still magical, right? So the whole like not dirty.
I mean, you don't know.
No, actually, and it stabs you in the face.
Like it was in somebody's behind.
Sword's actually made out of plastic.
You could just carry the body out of the sewer, and this would be easier.
I did that.
You're still in the cellar. The cellar is still just sludge.
Well, he was standing on the plank.
It's still just sludge. There's not. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Also, he's a dog. Dogs like to roll in poop.
That's true.
That is true. Gotcha
My
there.
dog doesn't.
Yeah.
Because I won't let that happen.
Yeah, if you
Lucy
gave
does
him a
not.
chance, though.
Yeah, if you gave him a chance.
No chances will be given.
Exactly, because you
He's
know
a
that they would be all
160-pound
over.
dog that sleeps in my bed. He ain't getting that chance.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Most of everything. You're fishing through the thing. Insignia, it's gonna be really hard to find, having been sludged out into the sludge. Even if you did, were you doing it onto the bench then? Like, you guys are on like a 2-person bench. You have 2 of them, so you just dropped it into the sludge.
Yeah, and I was poking through the cubic
great.
sludge. With the sword.
You rolled your perception. You rolled a 19. That's pretty good. You found a torch, which
I leave it in the sludge.
looks
I don't
to
care about that.
okay, great.
I will take that.
Okay, so as you pick up the torch, you notice that it's not. The sludge doesn't quite stick to it very well.
One man's trash.
Why doesn't the sludge stick to a torch? That is a magic torch.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be magic to be useful.
Also, you got your 19. Yeah, we'll say you do.
Tito's a hoarder.
No, you don't.
Tito can't see in the dark.
You feel your sword hit something metal, and you move it, and then you think you lose it, and you're fishing around and you can't quite find it again.
I pull out a giant magnet fish.
You have a what do you
No.
have a magnet? That would be if you had that feat where you're like, hang on,
Yeah.
I have a giant magnet. That would be
Dory
so.
had
Damn.
that.
I had my prescient planner.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be the coolest. No, unfortunately for you, no, you don't have that.
Mm-mm.
Is this a regular torch or is it a special?
I will say the torch does not. The torch, much like the other things that you have found, one is known to be magical, is not holding any sludge on it. You will also note his clothing does not seem to be holding sludge on it either. I will
Let's
say.
just take everything up. Let's just take the whole thing.
This
Just
guy
take
out
the
of
dead
the
body
Get
out.
everything up out of the freaking sewer and go from
Report
there.
him. I mean, might as well.
Why did you not make that choice first?
Apparently,
We
this
thought
guy's
we
a
had done
superhero and he's got fully magic everything on. So let's get him up out of here.
This
And
guy is dressed
Because
in
my
nines.
strength is pitiful,
I mean,
and we're down here.
You
Yeah,
have
pick him up.
you have a
Tito's
wrestler
Tito's
monkey.
gonna pick him up.
Our wrestler
All right,
monkey.
Tito, you pick him up, and as you grab him, you.
one man's dead body is another man's
So
treasure.
you go to grab him by the shirt, and you go like this, and it's like it's not cloth, it's metal that you're touching. So you kind of go, and you
This is a
grab.
fancy shirt.
some-
I've never seen a shirt like this before in my life.
So you grab him and you lift him by the shirt. The shirt doesn't really move like a shirt. and he's like suspended as you hold him by his shirt? Question mark. And you carry him out with you.
Just toss him out of there.
Okay. Right.
Jesus. Is there anything else while we're still down here? Tito went upstairs. Is there anything else? Do we see anything else down here at all?
No.
Okay,
You
I'm
guys
getting out.
you search the crates and the boxes and everything. Most of everything in here is spoiled and gone. Food stores for the tavern up above.
Gonna take this guy's shirt off.
All right. So you're like trying to. There's no buttons, so you like start to pull at him, and it's not bending. So you're
I'm just gonna start yanking on this guy. I don't care. He's dead.
I love Tito.
We need all this to be turned into little sound bites.
Does anybody have a saw?
There's like line after line.
Is it the shirt?
No, we're gonna cut his arm off so we can get his torso out of this.
Why don't you just lift his arms up above his head and pull the shirt off like a regular shirt?
Do you want to try?
Yeah.
All right.
So you start to do this.
If I have to use my crowbar to prop his arms upwards, I will.
Get me you're a smart boy. You don't need to even roll your intellect. It's armor. He has armor on, and it's an illusory disguise.
Oh, glamour.
I just picture Tito, his head on the dead guy's head.
Tito was trying to rip
I just
this
figured
guy
it was like some sort of like
You're
Nick
just
Wolf
trying
shirt.
to chop his arms off with the shirt.
So how do you dispel someone else's armor? Being armor looking.
We can't. We don't have.
He's
spell
dead.
this yet.
Feel around on it.
Well, if it's plate, then you would like.
Wait, we took the ring off.
You took the ring off.
You have
a
not
long
taken
time
the
ago.
ring off.
I know I took the ring
You
off.
said
a long time ago.
you said you. I didn't hear you say you took the ring
Yeah, I
off.
took
Yeah,
the ring
took
off
the
a long
ring.
time ago.
Well, now we take the ring.
All right,
off.
so now you take the ring off. I didn't hear you say you took the ring off. I assumed that you didn't. I was waiting for
No,
it.
I took the ring off.
Well, so we're gonna say that you only now take the ring off because that makes otherwise none of this would make sense. And the shirt turns into armor, half plate, soaked, disgusting, filthy looking armor. Oh my goodness!
Clean that up.
Oh boy, that was I'm glad I didn't hear you because that was hilarious.
That was amazing. I love that so much.
We need to does somebody have a saw? We need to like that separate it out.
Great. Good times. Good times.
Okay,
good times.
so we figured that out. We got a
Put the
sword.
ring on then.
Okay. Are you wearing armor?
Yeah, of some sort. Hold on. Studded leather armor.
All right, so your studded leather armor. It changes your armor into just normal looking clothes, like you're just wearing clothes. Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder how much we could sell this for. Pull it back off.
Maybe we should cut off your arms.
Please don't. I'll take this right off.
Does anybody have a saw?
I still really
A
want
bone
to chop
saw?
this guy up.
Oh my god.
You notice on his armor there's a patch. He's from the Fighters Guild.
This guy wasn't very highly ranked.
Not at all.
So the question is, do we go tell them and they may expect all of his gear back, or do we, move on?
We
Well,
just
we'll
took
need to
all his
bury him.
stuff. We should let him go back to the sledge.
I don't think we should do that. There's gotta be another way. Because we also there's that
This
person
is the
down there.
way.
Well, we could let the authorities find him, and then they wouldn't have the stuff, and the fighting guild still gets notified.
Okay. Well, I don't
We'll
think
just
we
tell
should
them
come
we
back
found a
down.
body.
We found 2 bodies.
2 bodies, and there wasn't anything on either of them.
Are we thieves?
No,
Yes.
but I'm trying to raise money for the community center, which we
Nobody.
need 2,000 gold. I know
Yeah.
that doesn't
You know
sound
what
much
this
to you,
torch
Lucy,
does.
from
Yeah.
your background.
Can you
Like,
steal
what's-
from dead
What do
people?
you mean by that?
You come
I
from
have no
father's
money,
family.
basically.
Can you
Well,
steal
yes,
from dead people?
now.
though? I don't think so.
No,
Back
they
home,
don't
are you
own
not
it
well off?
anymore because they
I never had any
lost
gold.
their life.
Yeah. Well,
Did
like
your
what Tito
family
said.
have gold?
I didn't ask.
Based
Did you
off of
need
your
to?
presentation, I would say you come from a well-off family.
Yes.
You like my dress?
It's
We're
a
the
Well,
great
it's
good
dress.
guys
covered
in
in-
our
yeah.
story, okay?
It's all about perception.
Yep.
I think there's good and there's bad.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So the body goes back down.
The body should be going to the Fighters Guild. Please don't put it back down.
Let's just
I will
leave
take
here.
it there. If there's any repercussions, I will take them myself. Okay.
Why don't we
Maybe
just
we
have?
should
We can tell the
burn it
authorities we
as a
found
new
bodies, and then
torch.
they'll get them to them.
Because if we put it back down in the sledge, it'll probably get pulled back into the sewer by
Did
something
we get the other body?
taken away.
Oh, yeah.
I think we leave both or we get both, but I'm not going back in there.
Bernard is the halfling's name. Bernard Stoutbeard. He was nice to you.
He was a nice guy, but
Had a good beard.
you know, I don't know his family or anything.
You knew
Like, I don't-
him?
we were like rivals, I
work
guess. I don't know. We
relationship.
played. We knew each. You know, we've
You have
had
a
an
lot
ale.
of rivals.
Barney and Ollie.
Yeah, people don't like me very much.
You're very likable. I like you.
I try to be nice, but I guess you know, everybody's trying to climb the ladder to success.
Do you need a
so
hug?
Sherlock's going to
I feel pretty gross right now. So
Yeah, you kind of are.
take a bench from upstairs and flip it over, and then tie the bodies to it
Like a makeshift
so
litter.
that it's working like a sled. And he's going to start pulling it
Very smart.
to the guards.
Did you take his half plate armor?
I don't have use of half plate armor, so no.
Anyone else take his half plate armor?
I don't think
I
anyone
think
else
we
uses
should.
half
We can
plate.
clean it up
Tito
and sell
will
it
take
if
the
anything.
half plate.
I mean, we could sell it for sure. I don't care.
Tito's gonna take
I
a
am
knee
not
and
gonna go out of
inspect
my
this
way.
torch.
Okay, so you also have half plate.
Okay, so we got a half plate, a magic torch, a magic sword, a lute, a ring, money. That was it,
An
right?
unconscious elf.
An unconscious.
Oh yeah. I mean, he does have a coin purse also with, 36 gold coins, another
Damn.
15 silver,
Tito's gonna take that
15
too.
copper.
So not to be a troublemaker, but Sherlock did not hand over the magic ring. He is planning on trying to sell it if possible,
Okay, that's
so
fine.
that he can give it to the community center.
Tito's gonna
I was
sell
just saying,
this
like,
gold.
accounting for everything, because we
Yeah.
also need to figure out what these things are.
All right, so
So Sherlock
taking
goes
it.
off, and what are you three doing as Sherlock walks off towards the Fighters Guild?
Should we go
Tito's
talk
gonna
to the nearest
inspect this
place
torch and see if he can figure it out.
and get Solara to safety?
So you look over at Solara, and you see black ichor running out of her
Oh.
mouth.
What?
Like the same looking sludge is kind of steadily leaking.
Do we know where she lives? I bet her parents are well off. She said they
Also,
could probably take good care of her.
On the ground, you notice a larger pool of it. Like what went in, you are guessing is not the same as what's been coming out. Like the quantity isn't equal. You know what I mean?
I think we need to get Solara help.
A cleric?
I think. I mean, I think her parents.
Let's bring her
Pretty
to a
well
temple.
off.
Temples are probably helpful.
Yeah, let's get her to- I don't have any clue where Solara lives, right? know
I don't
nothing
think any of
about-
us know her
Yeah.
last name or anything. So
Yeah.
I'm taking
she's just
her to
that
a cleric.
snooty elven chick that's nice to Lucy.
Oh, I think she told Lucy her last name. I think she
Do
gave
you
full name to
remember?
Lucy.
She
Did you
she
write it
did.
down?
This gallop.
She did give you her last name.
I don't remember because it's so hard to say.
We will say
but
because
I
of
think
who Lucy is.
It's Arielon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I wrote it down in my notes.
Good for you.
But I think
Mhm.
Lucy would have.
Lucy would have remembered because of
Yeah.
how on names Shuni are. So,
Yeah.
yes,
She'd be
you
like,
do remember her last name, Ariel.
Do we know who the Arleon family is?
Certainly in one of the more well-off districts.
Yeah, I don't know. Were you ever taken to her house? I don't think she ever took Lucy to her house.
No, we went out to eat.
Yeah. I'm sure we could ask around a well-known family.
Yeah, go ask one of the brothels. I mean, they know her.
I will go ask.
Tito's still gonna
Is that where you get broth?
temple.
I'm not
Also,
there.
you're
No,
just
I'm
staring.
not there.
You don't know what the torch does. It looks like a torch,
Oh my
a
God.
normal torch, but you don't
Can
know.
we take a second and just let's put that into context? So a monkey wrestler is staring at a torch, just trying to figure out what it does.
You should see what happens when he lights the torch.
Just have lightning crack down from the skies above, lighting the torch.
It
There's
should
gotta
be
be a
like
button or something.
it should be like in
This is how Tito starts fights from now on.
in 2001, and like he's throwing up the torch, and it's,
Like the gods are angry or whatever.
Tito, try lighting it on fire. What does that do?
Tito's gonna get out of here before we do that.
We're upstairs. We're upstairs.
Tito's smart.
Yeah, you're upstairs, out of the.
Methane
Death
that's
zone.
coming upstairs.
Yeah.
This isn't important right now.
Would the
We're gonna
cellar
take
be
this
filling up
lady
with
to the
methane?
clerics.
Maybe
Is
we
the
leave the
walls
windows open.
No, but the cellar.
That'll clear it out.
There's no windows down the cellar, so the
Maybe
door
we should drop
to
a
the
match.
cellar would just end up being the
Just
only
drop a
barrier
match.
that's stopping the methane. So when you
Walk
opened
away.
it wouldn't. Methane is heavier than air, so it's not going to come flying up, but it would just pool down there. And if anyone went down there with the torch thing, it would just all go boom.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could
that
drop a
sounds
match,
bad.
Walk away.
Well, eventually the sewer's open, right? So it would
Actually,
continue going down.
Also, methane is toxic for you to breathe. So I don't know how we were down there and not die.
How many times did it have you roll your fortitude, though?
No, that's true, but I thought that was just because of the smelly smell.
The smelly smell. That's smelly.
You guys weren't down there for that long.
I want to take
Um,
the elf to the clerics.
Okay.
Well, I think we should take her home. I think that'd be a better. I'll go look real quick.
Check out
oh,
my-
you're gonna go look for her
I don't know where her
parents.
home is, but maybe the clerics do.
Okay, so are you taking? You're looking for her family,
Yeah.
Oliver, and you are looking for the clerics.
Argulons.
Yeah, you know, there's the Church of the Dawnflower in
We're
the Mongrel
going to
District.
the flowery.
So it's not even that far away. So you haul her to the cleric area, and the doors are shut.
So I'll go with Tito.
Tito's gonna knock.
I'll meet you guys there after I'm done.
After a while,
5 minutes
the
later.
door opens, and there's a younger looking kid. Temple's closed, sir.
My dearest friend in all the world has this black ichor coming out of her, and I don't know what's happened to her. I don't want to turn into a rat king. Can you please heal her?
Well, no, I'm just a trainee. I don't have any.
Look at her.
I guess I've learned some medicals.
I grabbed by the lapel or whatever.
Okay,
Go, she was beautiful.
Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am. I guess. Okay, bring
brother,
her
calm
in.
down.
I'll see what I can do. Just
All right.
okay. And you walk in, carrying her.
You got
How
a
are you?
saw?
All right.
Do
well,
you got a saw?
I'm gonna need a saw.
No saws.
Okay, you as you set her down on a healing slab. Okay, so all the clerics are off. They've been called away.
Where'd they be called to?
I don't. They didn't tell me. I'm to look after the temple, keep everyone.
And they didn't tell you where to find them?
No, sir.
That's
said
pretty
they would-
irresponsible.
Well, who am I to say? They're the leaders. I'm just.
Maybe you should be the leader.
Focus.
Huh?
Okay.
Maybe you should think about that.
Okay.
Maybe you should be calling the shots, brother.
He
Where'd
You
you
has
know
lose
who is
no-
calling the shots, though, brother?
He-
Tito's calling the shots, brother.
You're calling the shots, sir.
Now let's get her
Okay.
fixed up.
He's like, he doesn't. He's not. This is not his field of expertise. He doesn't know what's going on.
You're doing a good job.
It's
brother.
like you. It's just one of the lowest ranking people that was like, all right, one day you will be a cleric, but until then you are to clean.
He's the porter.
Yes.
That's his job. He goes to the door. He lets people in.
He has no abilities. He has begun his training, ? Based on how he handles Solara. You're maybe not. He's like, I guess I'll just.
All right, well, where else can we go if you can't help her?
Hang on. He might be vomiting. so he's like, okay, so you open the airways, clean it. he just vomits
Lucy takes her
You should
staff.
find another job,
into
brother.
her open mouth.
No. Lucy takes her staff and pushes him away. Like not hard, but like you're shearing away. You know, like,
He just falls over off the slab.
All right, pup, maybe we should get on out of
He
here.
starts
Yeah.
crying. He just starts wailing.
I'm gonna just
usually-
grab this elf by the foot and walk on out.
usually I want to be nice to people, but I have no desire to be nice to him.
Well, that guy wasn't a
Why?
lot of help.
He tried to tell you.
Let's go to the next one.
All right,
If he
Oliver.
couldn't do it, he shouldn't have
Let's
accepted
find
this.
her family. Let's find
Oliver, I need you to roll your
stamina.
knowledge
Roll your find.
under knowledge Arkwich, or you could roll a perception check.
Oh, I already have a list of brothels as well.
Oh, well, I mean, you actually go to a brothel, right? Okay.
I mean, she said that she goes there, so
Yeah.
I think she uses aliases though.
Oh
doesn't
my
she?
word! I would have.
just describe her.
Okay.
Try to persuade
Yes.
someone.
So you go to. Are you going to one in other brothels in the Mongrel district? Oh yeah,
It's
there
the
is.
closest one I can.
What's up? They're squats.
Lots of squats.
All right. Yeah. So you go to a halfling brothel. small. You've been there before. Maybe. Yeah, they've heard of her. Like you describe her. Oh yeah, we don't get many elves around here, but yes, there's definitely been that one. Very tall, very butch. Very kind of a little bit forceful. We are small folk, but the money's always good.
Do you know where her family would be? She's in a bit of trouble and we need to get her home.
No idea.
Haven't heard
I
of
do
the
apologize.
Raylons before.
A Raylon? Oh, a Raylon. Why? Yes, no, they're very powerful. Is she in a Raylon?
No, she knows someone.
deception.
Oh well. Yeah, actually, yes. Roll your deception. Actually, it's roll her roll your.
That's a lie.
I need to roll her perception against your base. Oh, okay, great. Okay. Yep. What's that's total. Wow, you rolled real bad.
Yep.
Oh, yes, of course. You know some. Well, I believe the Araylons live in the one of the better districts. They don't live in the comfort.
You don't say.
Does she live in the comfort quarters? No. I don't have the map up. She says one of the higher end areas, not the comfort quarters, but a different one. I don't have the name up. I don't have
Okay, that's
the
fine.
map. But you
I
do
just hustled.
you do figure out where she lives roughly.
All right.
We'll even say you were kind of fast enough to catch them at the
on the way out.
On the way out of the temple, so you catch up to them.
Hey, I know where we're going.
You
roughly.
hear weeping, just some kid bawling from the temple, and it's echoey because it's an empty temple. So it's
I don't want to know.
Just a lot of reverb.
Let's just get out of here.
That kid goes, oh! I don't want to do this anymore.
He's not gonna become a cleric. He's not gonna make it. I'm usually nice to people, but he doesn't. No one should be nice to him.
Yeah,
he's getting broth.
Not very good at his job.
His parents live in, I'm gonna say the king's quarters.
All right, let's head up.
Perfect.
So,
societally.
Did you have a good time at the brothel? Did you find out?
I just went in and asked some questions. I didn't stop to patron their facility.
So you didn't get any broth?
I don't know if they sell food there. I'm not sure.
I heard they have fish tacos.
Did they have an endless buffet or steaks?
I genuinely just went in and asked the manager if they knew where she lived. I didn't ask about any other commodities that they had. From what I remember, I don't think that they had much for food there. You can get drink.
Why is it called a brothel if there's no broth?
Oh, sweetheart.
You're missing the point here. Don't worry about the brothel.
You don't need to know what a brothel is.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Just don't go to one. I asked Rex one day when we were sailing over here. He said he's going to go to a brothel. I was like, oh, how much broth will we get?
Yeah, you just shouldn't go to one.
He told me that's what Rex and Bingo said.
Just trust me that broth is not the primary commodity.
It was literally just a misunderstanding. They did go to a broth shop, and they did get broth, and they did bring broth back. Yeah, it's a brothel. That's what they call them, right? There's a brothel. There's a broth. And you eat the broth, and then you pay them, and then you leave.
They're very different things.
It's not a sex shop. Perfect.
Let's get her to safety.
You make your way to the king's quarters. You get it's almost immediate that you are surrounded by guards. Their weapons are drawn. They are looking hostile. They're also holding handkerchiefs over their nose.
I'm so glad we found you.
I know we smell. That's sorry. But me and my friends here are trying to get this person who's very hurt back to their home. Their last name is Arielon. You can see her, but she's quite hurt, and we'd like to get her to a safe place, please.
Yes, this is diplomacy. By saying, like, we're so glad we found you. You are a strong man who can help us take care of this important person.
Very lucky.
Roll your diplomacy with a -2.
I got a natural 1 on my diplomacy.
You can still solve this.
So you probably like, look, she's my only friend.
Listen here, pig. If you don't want me to turn you into bacon, you will help him right now.
You wouldn't think like that. Oh no!
I'm gonna use my hero point.
Ooh. I don't have a hero point.
I do.
I'm like.
Also, Tito. I'm gonna
you
give
all
you.
need to get her.
By the way, we're at hour 2, so I'm gonna give Tito an extra hero point or the saw comment.
Come on.
I mean, it's better than what it was.
All right, guys, can we all just calm down for a minute? My name is Tito here, and I'm in charge. Tito's in charge.
Why don't you roll your diplomacy?
Tito doesn't want to roll.
You are getting minuses. so as you all right, calm down, everyone. Now we can work through this. We don't need to. You shut your mouth! They're all pigs. After.
Listen up, everybody. Tito's in charge here.
Tito's fucking clutch, dude.
Oh my goodness.
We've got this elf girl here, and she's real hurt, and I hear she's from around here.
The
so
guards,
you guys want to help us out?
Sheath your sword. Leave her with us. Arielon, you said.
Yeah, something like that.
Leave this district, the Heights quarters. Maybe go to the Downs. Nope. Go back to the Mongol
Is
district
that where
from
Dory
where
Day
you
is?
came.
I've heard of her.
I do not.
I tried
Another
smoking
word
once.
from you, and I throw you. in the
Lucy, you
bridge.
need to shut up before I shut you up.
Jeez.
The amount of pain on Lucy's face right now, you can hear. We will take her to the Arielon's estate.
Peace out, Brussels sprout.
Cheers, mate.
Good job, Tito.
So I do message into Tito's mind of me just crying.
You're weak and you should feel bad.
Is that what you say in reply?
No.
You can't give a brief response. You can't say something back into my head.
I'm gonna just brick wall her.
You just... John Cena.
So dumb, dude.
I freaking love
character
Tito. All right, so I assume you're heading back to the where?
It's the Grundle district.
You going back to the clean sweep headquarters. As you get up there, you see someone that you've not. Well, you Tito, you see Herb working on some of the construction outside. Oliver, Herb, dwarf, very nice. You like him. He's cleaning up the, or he's starting the work on the foundation instead of just waiting around being lazy. He figured he's a dwarf. He's not really like into rocks. He's not into construction, but he'll help out where he can. He still has a lot of that dwarven ingenuity, and he's working on it.
What are you up to, Herb? How are you been, brother?
Well, I've been doing okay.
Hell yeah, brother.
They
Are you guys back at
smell.
the meeting center?
Yeah, that's where you are,
'Cause
Herb.
he's probably gardening.
Oh, he's gardening. Then I'm wrong. Sorry,
Lucy
might be.
would have done as much prestidigitation on everyone that she could. She would try to clean. Not Tito though.
You know what?
Where'd you all be going, to the sewers?
Yeah, Tito smells atrocious. Oliver and
Tito's gonna go for a bath.
Good luck.
Your name is Herb?
Tito's gonna go for a bath.
Tito's
So-
got 36 gold. He can find a bath.
Herb looks at Tito and just holds out his palm at Tito, and a spout of water just shoots out of his hand, spraying Tito. Hey, what did I
Fast and
say
easy.
about coming back to that building smelling like you've been in the sewers?
I was in the sewers.
Wait, we were literally in the sewers this time.
Oh, in a cellar. We never went to. But hi, my name is Lucia
I think
Peritas.
they
You can call me
used it as a
Lucy.
suit.
Hey, Herb.
Yes.
Herb.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that in this accent.
Herb
is
is
good.
good.
You dropped
Herb.
You dropped the H.
Herb.
There
Hey,
You
there
don't
go.
sound British.
Herb. I know you got some magical abilities, right? Would you be able to tell what this loot does?
I ain't that kind of magic. Does it
Why?
go in the ground? Ain't shit to me then.
Well, it's made out of wood.
Made me shove it in.
That's great.
Are you a
I'm just
gardener?
saying. He's a
am
magical
our
gardener.
I like vegetables.
Does Tito know of a
She's a
magic
vegetarian.
shop around here?
Does Tito what?
Know of a magic shop around here?
Yeah, you know the guards district has a magic shop for the guards, but they don't tend to deal with anyone else.
The magic district
Tito seems
has
to be pretty impressive. He might be able to pull this off.
I'll go with you. I'll go with you, Tito.
Magic district is probably where you'd want to go. There's like
Okay.
everyone and their mother is like a wannabe magician there.
Are we
Hold
all
on
clean
though,
enough?
Tito.
What's up, brother?
You need to hit the bathhouse
Yeah,
before you go
Tito,
anywhere else.
that got you,
You gotta
wet.
smell better, mate.
You smell worse now.
Yeah.
You
Now you're like a wet dog that rolled in dog shit.
He's a wet
Sorry.
monkey.
He's a wet monkey that rolled in dog poop and also sewage and also dead
Dead
stuff.
bodies. Let's get you cleaned up.
Ooh, I smell like poop.
Are we cleaning up?
You know, we can like go to the sewers again or whatever and get you out of here. Sorry, that was my Tito accent.
You're mocking Tito accent so good. All right.
But like,
Crikey, brother.
there you go. Maybe we can sound like
if
each other,
you say
buddy.
crikey, and you're crikey, I'm Australian.
I'm confused. Are you both still friends? What's happening?
Yeah, we're just giving each other a bit of guff.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pounce
Clean up.
on him and I'm gonna shove my thumb up its butthole.
What?
I'm just teasing, brother.
I didn't realize
Lucy,
how much
this is
you
what
needed
happens when you get
slur.
males together and they get too well acquainted.
They shove,
Lucy, I
they
want to
shove the-
apologize to you for
right up the
saying
butt.
shut up earlier.
Did Rex and Bingo do that, you think?
Lucy,
I don't know what they did, mate.
I don't know who those people are, but I suggest you don't worry.
They
about
were
it.
my bodyguards. I really still don't know why they left, but they left.
Tito's
Yeah, I
gonna
wouldn't
go
worry
to the
about it.
bathhouse.
I'm sure some wise individual told them to move along to move the plot along.
Tito, is there a? Do I know where a bathhouse is that's in close proximity to a brothel?
So you drink broth while you're in a bath.
We already had this conversation.
Yeah,
It's not
Lucy,
for
a
broth eating.
brothels where people go to get friendly with each other.
In a
We can be
sexual kind
friendly
of way.
anywhere. We're being friendly.
It
What?
doesn't always have to be, but it definitely can.
Herb puts his hand gently on Lucy's shoulder.
If
Well,
you
he's
know
about to,
what
but
we
then he
need.
stops, realizing she might smell. And he doesn't want it on him. And goes, a brothel is somewhere where two adults get together and pleasure each other.
If you go
There you
to the
go.
rich district,
And I-
so you know
and
how
I
dogs
mean
cock
that
their
in
head.
the
You
adults.
know how dogs cock their head. Lucy goes,
And I
He's
mean
just like-
in a way that you are not quite familiar with.
Wait,
So
Rex,
hopefully...
Rex and Bingo went together to a brothel. Are Rex
Yeah.
and Bingo together?
No, they just went
Usually when
and
you
saw
go to a
different
brothel,
people.
it's to hire someone
Yeah.
for the pleasuring.
Like Tito and I are
Be
gonna go
hired.
somewhere and they're gonna clean us and then do other things.
Well, you'll be.
I like how you say clean.
there's the
Lucy.
wet pet.
Venus.
It's a brothel
Venus.
bathhouse.
Perfect.
Go there, get clean, and you also get a happy ending.
Wait,
It sounds
Solara goes
fantastic.
there? You
Get
went to
clean
them
and
to
leave
talk
happy.
about Solara.
Oh, yeah, she goes there quite a bit.
Oh.
That's my best kind of understanding of the
I'm gonna
situation.
get
at least.
clean here. I don't think I want to go.
Did you-
Herb
hey,
doesn't know anything about Solara, but I want to be like, she's one of the people that you pay.
Did you know the other day when we were party planning and she disappeared for like 45 minutes and then tried
Yeah,
to act like
She
nothing
had to go to the
happened?
bathroom.
Yeah, she wasn't in the bathroom, mate.
The bathroom in the bathhouse.
She was in the bathhouse. Yeah, there's no way.
She was banging.
Did the orc kill that?
She was going to Pound Town.
Oh, I've never been there.
Oh no. So yeah,
Lucy's
now that
having
we've
a hard
cleared that-
time now.
There's many suitors in Pound.
All right, well, I'm about finished up here with the garden for the day, so if you all need any help with anything, let me know.
would you like to come with us to the magic place? We actually had a fifth member.
The magic
or
place,
fourth.
yes. To the brothel, no.
We had a
I'm going
fourth
to
and
a
a fifth.
brothel. I'm going to a bath.
Well, we can do both, mate.
The
Anyway,
wet
so we
pet
went
I'm
has,
gonna make
you can
one away.
decline any. They have it's like the smoking and non-smoking. There's the
There's the
just
non-pipe.
Brad House.
There's the doing and non-doing.
Yeah.
I'll take extras. So
That's fine. You can have
I'll
mine.
take yours if you're
Sounds
not
good.
going to partake.
yeah.
Both have mine.
In a few
Sounds
minutes of one game, Lucy's little crush on Oliver is gone. Just crushed.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just destroyed.
It should
Lucy's
have
whole
been.
party
Also-
is now abandoned.
Also, Solara has fallen as well. Everything is kind of.
Well, Parker's like, well, how does Oliver know? I don't know. He isn't it. And I said, no, I don't know how he knows. So she says she's going to the bathroom. So until she tells me otherwise, I don't think she went to the bathroom.
All right,
People are
Lucy.
complicated.
You two head to your bathhouse to get yourself taken care of. Come back here, meet me. We'll go to the magic shop. I'm gonna get Lucy cleaned up. I'm gonna show her
Thank
where
you.
to go. And then we'll take care of that, okay?
Sounds good, mate. Thanks for helping.
All right, Lucy, come here. I'll take you to a safe place.
It's been a hard day.
Me too.
I know. It's a good place.
I think I killed someone.
You probably didn't. It's fine.
You know,
And
geez, I
we're
don't
off.
All right, we're gonna take a break. Short break. Right. So you were going to the Magic District? Question mark.
We're going to the wash my butt.
Yeah, you're going. You're right. You're going to. Are you gonna go? You're gonna go to the wet pet.
Go into the wet pet. Because I am a wet pet.
And I'm looking for a wet pet.
And they have that there. They also, if you just want to,
do it.
you want to
A
get
2-on-2.
bathhouse. Okay. Well, we're gonna fade to black with you guys. Herb and Lucy, what are you two doing?
We're fading black.
Herb like no.
Oh no! Herb lost his virginity, and so did Lucia. They just met.
She's probably like,
No.
she's probably trying to talk
No.
to him like, I mean, we don't know any of that. They're just talking.
Where's your broth?
The summer, the relationship you never expected.
So you plant things? Are you the gardener?
Yes.
Where are you
I'd be the
taking
gardener
her?
About to
for
plant
these
something.
parts. No.
Where are you
That
taking
sounds
her
great.
to, Herb?
I was taking Lucy to some bathhouse I know that's nearby that she could get cleaned up at.
That's not
Wet
inappropriate.
pet.
It was not inappropriate.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it's a legit place.
So,
So
over.
she was like, she has a stage whisper of like, this isn't a brothel, is it?
No.
Every, that's your question from now on. Whenever you're drinking like a shop. This isn't a brothel, is it?
You go back to that tea shop like, this is like a brothel. Are they kidding? Like,
Is it
like
a
do I go to like a
backroom
trap door
brothel?
and fall down? Are they everywhere?
Okay, so we will.
There are a lot of them. This is a less than reputable town, you know. City.
Gathered that. I don't think there's a single brothel in Arkwich. Near your divorce, there was.
You ever heard of the
She's going back through her memories.
You ever heard of the one night tree in Arkwich?
You've been to Arkwich?
I did a little gardening there once.
Oh, I
The
went there once.
The one night
That's a
tree.
lending library,
The
right?
one-night tree.
The one night tree has nothing to do with trees.
The one-night tree.
I thought it was like a thing where like you could sleep in like there was a hammock.
Well, there's some
and
sleeping going on and
trees.
some hammocks. There's not so much.
Banana
trees.
ham.
Just a bunch of
Let's
bananas.
just say I learned what brothels were that night, and I ain't going back.
I wanted a book. I heard tree. I thought it would be great.
I thought it was a lending library where you
No,
could sleep in
tree.
hammocks.
No, no,
That would get a lot of money. We should make one of those.
sure.
Okay. We're gonna fade to black. Everyone gets back. It's probably around dinner time, I guess. We'll say. Everyone convenes back at the community sweep.
I had a request.
Yeah.
Can I please give Herb Sherlock's experience?
Oh.
Because, yeah, I didn't see a point to him not having that. at
Yeah, that's fine.
least. Okay.
I'll give you all 200 experience for at least clearing out the rats from the. That was the
490.
quest was technically to clear out the rats, which you've done.
I haven't been tracking mine.
It was 290 before, right? So now we're 490.
That's what I have.
Yes. Sure.
Hey, do we get experience for that situation with them guards?
Do I get experience for my life lesson? I went from innocence to experience,
Like-
literally.
I think that would be negative experience. You just experienced trauma, I think.
That's growth, though, isn't it? Isn't trauma growth?
No, depending on how you deal with it, no.
She's dealing with it very well.
Yeah, that's to be seen.
Well, she already had her meltdown when she killed her only friend.
Yeah, I will call that us. You did. You know what? You had a minute. Yeah, sure. You each have 60
Oops.
experience for getting Solara to safety. That's your a mini quest.
So 550.
Sure.
Nice. That's what I got.
Good job.
Looking
Okay.
good, feeling good.
Yeah.
Someday Lucia
Just
wants
kidding.
to go to the Senate District and try to outlaw brothels.
You would be a very
You would be
unpopular
laughed out.
person.
The sinners would be like, no, I go there.
No, don't do that.
Like, all of you? Did you look at the one that was good? Even
Yeah.
you?
Everyone
Like
goes
that
to the brothel.
politician that was trying
Why do you
to
think there's so
cancel,
many? Look, it's the
Yeah.
world's oldest and also most thriving profession here at Arkwich.
I'm not sure why you're kind of tying together like intimacy, sexual intimacy, and being a bad person, but that's something you need to work through, and probably grow a little bit, because those are two very different things.
Maybe
This actually just happened?
you just
That's what
need
her
to
future
touch
thinks.
it.
Is this actually happening?
No,
If you say that, if you
said
if you say that
yes.
you're gonna outlaw brothels,
No,
then
she
yeah, I
didn't
would
say
say
it. I'm
something like
saying
that.
that's her plan.
Oh, okay. If you say something like that, then I would reply with something like that, because that's where he's
This is
at.
our arc
I
for Lucy
love
being the big
waffles.
bad.
Lucy, this is Lucy's, the start of the decline of Lucy. By the end of it, she's a heroin addict.
You know, she gets to the point where she's like, oh, Arkwich is so bad. Demons want to destroy it? I guess I'm siding with the demons.
That's what we call a very stubborn outlook.
I love it.
Fanaticism.
The cult members in Arkwich are all just people like Lucy who weren't gonna like, no, screw this place.
They're all just extremists of their beliefs.
They're not evil. They're like, everyone else is evil. We need to know this bitch.
So if you don't believe what I believe, you're evil. So everybody should be dead.
She's not there yet.
Shoot.
I'm worried about the youngins of this future day and age. You know?
I love it, man. All right, so you guys get there. Grogneck has made a meal.
Hey, Grogneck.
Herb serves you up your plate of vegetables. Or are you meat eater? You're a dwarf. But you're it's just a turkey leg. Yeah, you guys get your delicious meals.
Perfect. Are we ready to head to the magic district then?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Grogneck, can we get this food to go, brother?
Oh, we can eat first if we want.
My heart breaks for you, Lucy.
Oh,
Okay.
I think Lucy would have written a letter to Solara. Now she knows.
Where are you going to mail that letter to?
You know where she lives now. Oh, wait, no, you don't.
No.
Oh, I don't. Oh,
You know what?
Wait, no,
You know
can
her
we-
last name. You could send the letter, the correspondence
Yeah.
to her house.
Dear
Like-
Postmaster of Arkwich, please direct this letter to Sarla blah 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 blah.
Laura, la la.
Go to the post office on the way.
I think there's one on the way. We can find one. Sure.
I would be curious to see what the letter says. Are you're writing it up? Write it up. Send it
To both of you.
Solara in
So-
Discord, and then copy me. I'm curious to see what it says. Great. Okay, so you guys get to the magic district. There's magic shops everywhere. Like, it's the magic shops are the Starbucks, our magic shops are the Starbucks of Seattle.
One on
in the
every
magic
corner.
ward. One on every quarter. So it's just there's
The over roast all item.
there's the bent wand across the street from the crooked wand, across the street from the straight wand, across the street from the double wand. And it's like
The double wand,
You
that
can
sounds
stand in the
promising.
center and look at every single one of them.
Is there one called Tip to Tip?
That's the brothel.
Like two wands together.
That's the brothel. The tip to tip.
Oh yeah.
So that's the magic shop. Let's go there. Lucy said walking to tip to tip.
Wands and bags of
It's
holding.
the pictures, two wands like this, and then it's animated. It's magically animated. It's just two magic wands going, and then a fountain.
Ooh, sparkles. I like that one. She goes to it.
I think we should go in.
I think we're going to the wrong one.
There you go to
That's
the
what it looks
door.
like.
Goes in.
You open the door and there's
gotta learn on her
magic. There's a lot of bright
To figure it
colors coming in. The place
like
smells.
I like this
Musty.
It smells of
It could
oils.
smell
It smells
perfumed.
very oily and perfumey. There are people floating in the sky dancing on nothing.
It's a ballroom.
They're not the
Not
most.
yet.
They're
Keep
not
going.
the. It's a ballroom. Yes, there are some of those around.
I look at
That's
Herb.
There
not
are
crystal.
mostly naked people in the sky dancing.
Lucy, are you okay with
The
this?
gears are turning. The gears are turning. You're
I give
starting
it 15
to get
seconds.
it.
Herb, what do you
He's trying
think?
to realize they're not dancing.
Herb, how long do
Lucy.
you give it? I'm giving it 15
Should we
seconds.
go to the double wand instead?
I'm gonna raise my hand and see if there's anybody that works here. Hello, is there anybody that works here?
A water ifrit floats up to you, hovering in the sky. Hello, welcome to the double tip. No, tip to tip. And as he says it, he goes like this, and a little stream of water goes. Whoosh. What can I do for you?
We were looking
You
for a
identify
magic shop.
magic
Oh,
items.
this is not. Sadly, the only magic here is the one that happens between the sheets. What's gonna?
Are
Do
they
you all
enchanted
want?
sheets?
Do you
There's
all
more than
want
that,
a
they're
room
floating in the
together?
sky.
Well, they're the entertainment. If you want, we can project magical images so you can watch them while you're in the bed.
So you can't do what we're asking.
Oh well, technically I could.
Goodbye.
I could, yes, identify some.
Tito's out of here, brother.
Well,
Can I
goodbye.
ask you a question?
Yes.
Have you, my dearest friend in the whole city is a very tall, beautiful, red-headed elf. Have you ever met her? Has she ever come here?
A beautiful, tall, red-headed elf. I see many beautiful, tall, red-headed elves.
Lucy,
Maybe
she's
she
probably
knew her
come
name.
here.
Describe her.
She describes her, but it's very glowing, and so it doesn't sound like her because Lucy thinks she's the most exquisitely beautiful creature ever.
Yes, I've seen an elf that matches that description.
Oh, she was hoping. Oh,
This is an abusive relationship to like a T. Misrepresentation, poor insight.
Oh, would you like me to see if I could arrange a threesome, a menage a trois?
Lucy,
I don't
we should
speak
go.
that language.
Neither do I. That doesn't exist here. It's
She's
French.
lasted a lot longer in there than I thought she would. It's been at least 30 seconds already.
Would you? It's where I would get you and one other and your friend, and we can give you a private room and facilitate
Facilitate what?
a copulation. Sexual
I'm gonna go
congress.
Lucy
You
don't-
wants
you
to
don't-
take us to Bone Town.
Yes, as your friend so eloquently put it, we will put you in the room and let you bone.
So
No,
Earth's
you-
just
you're
waiting
not-
outside with his head hung low.
She's kind of like flustered, trying to and she just walks up.
I'm just
Please
picking on my
do
loot next
come
to
back.
Herb.
As you walk out,
See you next time,
you
brother.
open the doors and there's a like the moan.
Herb's been standing outside with a paper drawing up like a map for each district with X's like on approximates and hands it to Lucy as she
There's
comes out.
so many
I-
X's.
Yeah, hands it to
Before you
Lucy.
do that, I say, wait a second. Can I make a couple more?
You missed a couple.
She's like, she comes out. I haven't felt this bad
It's like-
since I talked to the wig shop owner.
Ollie, you might like it there,
Lucy,
brother.
here. You don't seem to like brothels, so we made you a little something.
I thought
all
it was a
these
magic
X's?
shop.
All these X's.
Yeah,
Just
they
one is
can't
not.
identify our items.
There's
There's
some
that
magic.
many?
There's some magic that happens in there, but it's not the kind you want to see.
There's definitely some we've missed.
Oh, she's seen it.
We've gotten most of them. I added some more, but there's probably a few.
There's
Yeah.
definitely a few.
Why are the names
You
so
don't. There
similar?
would. You would notice there's. You guys would have the comfort quarters, king's quarters, senate quarters is sparse. Also, the butcher's district. You guys don't head there. for obvious reasons of most murders happen in the butcher's district. So those three, there'd be a lot that you don't know of. Also, like the ones like the entry fee to get into the brothels and the comfort quarters would be like 2 years' salary for you guys.
Sounds good. So let's go to an actual magic shop now. And
how do we know which ones are magic shops? They're all wands.
Do you see how there's like, some interesting imagery on the top of the sign?
But
it could be
double sparkles.
Lucy,
It looks magical to me.
Lucy, take a deep breath. It's very natural for adults to want to enjoy themselves.
Sex is normal. It's how we procreate.
While you might not prefer it or be interested in it, they're doing nothing wrong.
If
they were doing something wrong, all these places would be shut down. All right.
This is a wise man, Lucy. I would take every word he
here, I stole a horse. I don't know. The rules are so different here. How do I know it's right or wrong?
Stealing
apparently
a horse,
I can steal.
Lucy, stealing is always wrong.
So there are things that are always wrong.
Also, your internal compass is something that you take with you everywhere. It doesn't matter where you are.
Exactly. If you know it to be wrong in your heart, then just assume it's wrong for you. Just because Oliver here likes brothels, and same with Tito, doesn't make them wrong. They're still your friends. They're still the same guys you met earlier.
We still protect you and take care of you as best as we can.
And whoever you stole this horse with doesn't make them a bad person. It just makes them misguided.
I love her.
They just don't understand everything in this district. Maybe.
Herb feels like your father, but
we're ticking so many boxes.
Father.
He's supposed to be an older guy. So.
We got the crazy wrestler. There's a few horny people in the group. We got the wisdom. We got the evil people. We got the good people. We got everything.
Holy crap.
So, but how do we tell which? So this one's a magic shop.
So pointing to one of them.
It's called the magic hole. It's not.
No.
Lucy and Chew is the only one that isn't actual magic.
Double wands? Is double wands a magic shop?
Double wands is a magic shop.
It's a risk.
It's a magic shop.
It's not like I'm not gonna go in there and say, "Hey, we have this room with 2 male shoonie, and we're gonna put you in there." I don't want to put you in a room with anyone.
All right, let's take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath.
We're gonna walk into a store.
If you walk in and you don't see
a store, it's a store.
Yeah.
If you walk in and there's a large room of people floating up in the sky and doing their naked things, not a store.
I thought it was a ballroom. I love parties.
There's no ballrooms.
Ballrooms don't typically happen like that.
There were balls.
There were probably lots of balls in there.
And they would have asked for an invitation or something.
It looks magical to me.
That I can certainly agree on.
Well, you're all coming back to the tip.
We should go hang out for a little bit, probably.
Lucy goes into double wand.
All right. Yeah, no, seriously, though. Let's go. Lucy, seriously, though. He had some very, important words there. I hope you heard them.
Touch it.
What?
Touch what?
All right, so you enter the double wand.
Whatever.
And you see,
that wand.
Oh my goodness.
Touch it.
I need a race. You see, you see a dragonborn with 2 heads, like a double-headed dragonborn. Yeah, is what we'll describe it
Straight
as.
up to him. Hello. Is this a brothel? Oh, thank Andaletta.
Well, the 2 heads kind of look at each other. What can we do for you?
Why are we here? She looks over at Oliver.
Trying to see what some of the different options are. Tito, I think, was the main proponent of coming to a magic shop.
I would
like to look around.
Can you identify magic items?
We can.
How much does it cost?
Good question.
Hopefully not too much,
Probably.
Especially for someone as skilled as yourself, I imagine it's a very easy thing. Trying to talk him down.
Oh, it's a 10 gold. 5
10 gold.
We'll say 5 gold.
5
Holy
gold.
Crap.
Per item.
If you have multiple things, we can work a discount on them.
So we have
Tito's not that worried about it anymore.
Well, how about what if we do 5 gold for 3 items?
5 gold, 3 items. What if we do 10 gold, 3 items, and I'll throw in an elixir of healing? Is that a good deal? Idea? 5, 10, 6.
How about we do
That's a
8
terrible
plus the
deal.
elixir?
We
What
will
does
do.
this guy look like?
He looks to you roll your. Give me
That's crazy, man.
knowledge. I don't know. You guys have me on the spot here. Anytime it's like a roll, roll your nature.
Easily 12.
You only got 12.
I got 10.
Oh, I think I have an idea, but Lucy would have no clue what's going on here.
Oh, well, hang on. Hirelings.
I'm more focused on the shop prices.
Is this like Keith the Teeth's situation?
Oh, so it depends on the item generally. But we can do 3 gold, and we can identify those items. It's based on the items. It's minimum. How the heck does that work? Doesn't make sense. I don't understand that. Yeah, we'll say 1 gold per item. 3 gold. Or all 3 if you want, or if you would like, we could perhaps do 2 gold, 3 items, and you could purchase something for a discount. Maybe
Yeah, how about we look around?
Elixir of healing. We would give that normally 6 gold if you were to purchase a couple of those, maybe 2 of those, which would be 12 gold normally. Then we will identify all 3 items, which would be 15 gold. We would cut that down to 13. So you would be getting 1 gold for the 1 gold for 3 identifies, and also 2 elixirs of healing.
That sounds like a decent deal to me.
Their heads make you think Hydra, but
Hell Hydra.
humanoid Hydra, you have not seen one before.
How many heads?
2.
I will.
Like
So-
their face shape is not dragon. Their face shape is more Hydra than dragon.
Let's do it. Just 13 gold.
So, or if you
Yeah,
would like, you could also look for others. It's just elixirs of healing are generally one of our more popular options.
Maybe we should look at other items.
Yeah, what else do they have? Let's take a look.
Sure.
Do you got,
Maybe like a bag that holds stuff or something.
do you got wrist straps?
Bag of holding.
Wrist wraps?
Yes, we do have a bag of holding.
How much are those?
That's an excellent question. Well, 75 gold.
Holy
Typically.
nipples.
How
So
much
no.
are the?
How
are-
much do you have? We can pool.
I got, if I pull it together, I have 17 gold.
Okay, that's
14.
not gonna be enough. I got like 36.
50.
There is.
How much are the elixirs?
What if we?
'Cause we all got hurt, and I couldn't help people, and I think I killed someone.
You said 6 gold, right?
Oh, good, they didn't hear that.
Herb, you said 6 gold? Or
For
an
me?
elixir of
No,
healing?
Oh, they're 3 for
3.
elixir of
Oh,
life.
We'll scale it up, so it would be you instead of it'd be 3 for an elixir of life. So it'd still be the 13 gold, but instead you get 4 elixirs of healing.
How much is a potion of healing?
Potion of healing. Yes.
It's 4 gold.
4 gold for a potion of healing. So
Alright,
if you would like,
so-
you can get 4 potions of healing and 3 potions of healing or 4 elixirs of healing. We
Herb,
have,
are you magically inclined toward like helping people? I have a little bit of that knowledge, but if you're interested in traveling with us, maybe these things wouldn't be as necessary.
we do have a it's a less powerful bag. You could call it a sack of holding.
I like the sack.
It
We
performs similarly, but it is more
Tip to tip.
it's more restrictive than the bag of holding. Yeah, so does
We
the
bring
same
the sack
thing.
back at some point and trade up with some extra money to get a bag.
Well, yes, but typically items depreciate when they leave the store. So as you understand, yes, we would purchase it back, exchange it for not the same price as you.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fine. Okay.
How much is the sack?
The sack of holding is about 35. And it's not, you understand, it's not as powerful. It's not going to, it won't be as good as the bag of holding, whereas the bag of holding can typically hold about a bulk of 25. The sack of holding does about half that. It's still powerful, just not as powerful.
Is
Okay.
anybody going to use the sword?
No,
Not me, brother.
What sword?
Tito has it, I think.
Or does Sherlock have it?
Oh,
Sherlock
okay, yeah,
had,
the
Sherlock,
rest-
Tito had the,
You
I
had
think-
some armor.
I
So
think,
I had,
Sherlock has
as
the sword.
Sherlock, I had taken the sword, the ring. I had taken the armor, but then you like went backwards and stuff, so I hadn't taken anything but the ring.
you're
So
right, you
someone
did
else
have
can
the, did you take the sword, or would you?
He had taken the sword because you said the stuff was just running off of it, and he was just collecting stuff since he had grabbed the body.
Would you have passed it around to anyone, or did you actually just take it?
He didn't need the sword, so he wouldn't have kept it.
Okay, so we'll say you do have the ring, which we'll give him the money for it. Yeah, he'll go and sell it and stuff.
Put it towards the place.
So do you,
Perhaps.
the armor would have been pretty heavy. You would have been encumbered, as my guess. It was heavy because you're small, right? Small and weak.
Mm-hmm.
So would
No,
you?
he wouldn't have
Okay.
wouldn't have taken the armor.
The armor was
It was
gross.
just originally before.
Before,
went back.
I didn't hear you. I made the mistake. Sure. I acknowledge. I will say though, this is the best mistake I've made because we got a sweet line out of it.
Maybe, so this sword we're potentially interested in selling you. Would you mind taking a look at it and then telling us how much it might be worth?
Sure.
I'm gonna like nudge Herb and Lucy and be like, watch his eyes and see, if he's lying to us.
Well, apparently I'm not good at telling people are lying to me. Because
That's
if
true.
Solara
I'm just
I
gonna
thought
bump
she's
Herb.
going to the bathroom. Who goes to the bathroom?
I'm
before
just
the bits?
bumping
Why
Herb.
am I so
Oh
dumb?
my
I didn't
God.
realize that.
He looks at
I'd be
it.
willing to maybe trade this magic
Or
torch
Marlin.
to potentially. I don't know what it does.
I
You
put
haven't
in the
told me.
thing the spell I have, Marlin.
Second, so he's looking at it, examining it, looking down the pipe. This appears to be a silver longsword of potency. Typically, potency is about 35 gold pieces. Is how I would sell it for. As purchasing this from you, I would be willing to give you 13.
So you're gonna sell it for more, right? So what if we trade that to you and then give you money on top toward the bag of holding, and then you make a slight less profit, but then you earn valuable customers that will come back to you?
It's like 18 in credit
Not even necessarily credit, but like
towards the item.
bridges. Yeah, maybe a little extra because we're trading it in instead of giving us money directly.
Trading value.
Yeah. Tito knows what he's talking about. This guy's really smart.
Oh, well, you didn't quite let me finish. You kind of interrupted us.
Tito likes to take over, brother.
He's
Well, then
pretty
I
good at
guess
it.
you're not concerned about the other
We're
part of the
concerned,
weapon,
brother.
or so.
Oh yes, please do go on.
It is
Little
a
leader.
silver sword,
Werewolves
potency.
beware.
typically silver is more expensive. So overall, the silver aspect of the weapon would add about 40 gold, plus the potency ruin, 76-ish gold. So we would be willing to give you, if you would like, we could make this deal for the bag of holding, where we would trade the bag of holding and then you could pay the cost, we'll say 20 gold. So the sword would be 55 gold, and then you would be paying the remainder 20 gold, which would be 16 gold less than the sack.
Can we do 15?
I'm already making a very generous deal.
That seems fair. Let's do it, brother.
That sounds fair. And you're going to look at our other items too. As a part of that deal, of course.
Diplomacy.
That's what I'm here for.
Clever girl.
And Lucy helped with disadvantage because she's falling apart.
Oh my god. These dice suck. I'm going back to physical dice.
How do you do keep lower? Can I do that? Can I help?
Tito's just fine with the price for this.
Even with her heart die in it. I think she says something like, I would come back here. I'm Lucia Peritas because I don't know anywhere else in this district that's safe and not a brothel. So you are the only shopkeeper I will ever trust in this district.
Have you been to the Two Tips?
It was very painful. I was there. I thought it was a magic shop, and then I thought it was a ballroom. So I got very happy because I love ballrooms, and I thought everyone knew I loved parties. And then I look up.
Look,
He tried to get me to do something that was in a language I didn't understand.
you're not from around here, are you?
No, I'm from Barkwich.
Typically, everything is a brothel around here.
Oh no. Was this map accurate?
Is this all? he adds another 7. in districts that you're familiar with.
Oh man.
Wow.
I
I
was
hope
sure
that was
that
my
was
14.
just a. I was sure this short squat was just a place for dwarves.
Oh no, that one is a very particular thing that it's into.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, I wouldn't go in there. Well, I would go in there, but you wouldn't. You know what I mean?
It was I thought it was for like deadlifting.
All right, can we finalize this deal? Here's your 20 gold.
Wow.
Did Lucy help at all with her 14?
Her 14. I think Tito tried. So I think your 14 took away from Tito's 3.
Tito didn't do very good.
And then
Everybody roll.
no, this would be straight across. This deal separate, and then we could work out something for the extra identifiers. You already understand. I'm taking not a loss, but I might break even.
Even Steven, brother. Let's do
All right.
this.
So how much was it again?
20 gold.
20.
All right. You want to go halvesies? You got this one, and I'll pay for the
I got this,
identification of the
brother.
torch.
Yeah, let's do
It's-
that, brother.
All right. So we also need to identify this torch and this loot as well. And can we do that deal from before? Sorry. Will we identify these and get some potions as well?
Roll your diplomacy.
Just because you had already mentioned that one. That's the only reason I say that. If I roll another 2 again, I'm literally going to get my dice right now.
Can I I want to support him. Can I roll something?
Yeah, roll, yeah, you can roll your support. Hey, there you go.
She goes.
Everybody just talks over each other. We never get anything because we just won't. Nobody will ever let someone else do it.
So, despite the two people that are like, yeah, good job, just shouting, which one of the two heads appears to be like, and completely lost. The other head goes, we did make an agreement already. Yes, we can do that. What?
Right,
What?
perfect.
What? I don't. Okay.
All right. So we said 5 gold, I think, before for some potions and the 2 items. What was it?
It was. It would be. So you're getting 3 potions for 12 gold, and then 1 gold for the identify, or the 2 identify. So you're effectively saving a gold, and you're getting 3 potions.
Okay. So 12 gold, and then we're figuring out what the loot. And then what kind of potions are they?
Potions of life.
Healing.
Potions of healing.
Potion of healing.
They're D6, I think, right? Maybe I'm wrong.
Or you can get 4 elixirs of life. Potion of healing is 1d8.
1d8.
Treaty that one then.
What if Lucy gives 12 gold?
Live
And that
large,
would get us.
brother.
Would that give us that? It's
And then
that give us 4 potions.
the elixir of
above.
life is 1d6 plus 1.
If you guys pool money, maybe you can step it up another notch. Bam.
Well, I'm wondering if Lucy separately, like you get all those potions, and what if Lucy gets 4 more potions because it's 4 each, right?
4 for it depends on what you want. If you want an elixir of life, it's 1d6 plus 1. Healing for 3 gold. So you can get 4 for 12, or you get 3 potions, which is 1d8.
Or it should be 3 if I get so I'll get the 3 potions for 12.
3, and they heal slightly. They have the potential to heal more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's minus 120 silver. She gives him 120 silver. It's like the person in front of me with the quote pennies.
He looks at the pile. He hands you the potion.
I get 3?
You got 3 potions, and
I got 3 potions too.
Okay. All right, let's hear what those things do.
he takes the loot. This appears to be a magical loot, which, when played,
He just stops there.
it's magical. It's fascinating. Get pumped. It provides extra performance help when you. It's kind of like performance enhancing loot. Exactly what it is. Additionally, it appears when you, if you are of the bardic persuasion, you can cast your bardic inspiration 1 extra time per day.
Okay, cool. So like an extra focus point?
Yeah, it gives you can cast like through it you can cast your whatever bardic inspiration spell.
Okay.
Like so it doesn't give you the focus point. It's specifically for
Inspire, or no, that's
whatever
not
your
one.
bardic inspiration thing is.
The Inspire Courage, that cantrip.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Inspire courage. So you can cast Inspire Courage through it once a day.
Okay. Awesome. And when you say performance enhancing,
Plus
does that
1
mean
to
to like?
plus 1 to performance.
Okay, cool.
Performance enhancing.
Not that I
That's
needed
the
it, eh?
problem.
And the torch is an ever-burning torch. Once lit, it will not go out. But
Tito,
it does
I
not
think you need
produce heat, and it does not produce warmth. It is specifically light. You can cover it, but you can never extinguish once lit. It's very, it's good for people without the ability to see in the dark.
So
But
you
it's a
can, like,
one
set
and
it
a
up.
done, so I can't relight it.
It's one, and it is never done.
One is never done.
I looked, I didn't see anything that said that it ever goes out. It looks like you light it and it will never unlight. I don't think there's a burn time. I didn't see one. So it looks like you can use it, but you can take a piece of cloth and wrap it around the cloth and you can completely hide the light. And so you light it and then it's just always lit.
Like, oh.
So you could be like, look guys, whoa, or light gone. So you can
There was
have it in
this,
places where, like the sewer, you could light it and then it would
Not
not
explode
blow
anything.
you up. Yeah, right.
That's cool. When I worked at Lowe's, we got these new security devices. We call them turtles because they're little green things. And somebody accidentally set one off, and we couldn't figure out how to turn it off. So we wrapped it in a bunch of towels and duct taped it.
The man's solution.
Cool. I think I added it.
Your idea of wrapping the torch in a piece of cloth is what it might be.
Yeah, I mean, and that's basically, you basically have to hide it because it doesn't turn off. It didn't say that you had to turn it on, but I'm saying you do. So once you decide to turn it on, it's never going off. And if there is a length of time, it'll eventually just turn off and you'll be like, I guess it's dead. We'll figure that out. And then, so basically, if I find research that says it turns off after being on for 8 hours, I'll let you know. I don't know.
It's permanent magic, so it doesn't ever run out.
It did say permanent magic, so I guess it's just always on. You use it, and now you will always have a. You could just throw it in your backpack too.
Yeah, it doesn't make.
It doesn't say. It
doesn't make heat.
No heat and no warmth. No warmth and no what?
I think those magic tricks are.
I can just hold it with my tail.
That'd be cool.
It requires no
perfect.
oxygen.
That's it. No oxygen.
So you could just get a little drawstring coin purse thing and just.
You could drop it in the bag of holding also, and then you could just whoop, torch. So it's actually.
Ollie, do you want to hang on?
Pretty
to the
good.
Bag of holding?
Yeah, I can do that. I feel like I'm not able to help carry stuff much, so this could add to that.
Increase your value.
Yeah,
Now
I'm not very
useful.
valuable, so
You are valuable.
Now you're useful, buddy. High five.
I gotta you gotta come down to me, mate. Yeah, there we go.
The healing potion, was that lesser healing potion that we got?
Yes.
Okay. I got the right
The
thing.
price jumps pretty drastically.
I'm just yanking your chain.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I know.
Is that another
Not
thing
in
to say
here,
about
please.
brothels?
We'll do that at the tip to tip.
Hell yeah.
In the sky, brother. Just two friends getting together in the sky.
I think I want to go back to Arkwich.
I freaking love Tito.
Yeah, it's my favorite. I love it.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I think that's pretty much it. Thank you for your help. Oh,
Yo,
sorry.
What's up with this halfling?
Watch the voice. You started sounding like someone else.
What do you mean?
Do you hear it yet? Keep talking like that, Chaos. Keep talking like
What are you
that.
talking about?
Okay.
There's two heads, if you haven't gathered.
No, but it was.
One of them has always been slightly more. Oh,
Yeah.
is there anything? I don't think I sounded like that. One of them is very like this, very soft spoken. The other one is very rough. May I help you with anything else?
I think that's it.
I'm broke. Sorry.
We'll come back to you in the future. You seemed pretty, easy to work with.
No. Repeat customers are welcome. Competition is very high.
Do you have like a punch card?
Yeah, like come in 10 times, get an awesome potion
We
for free.
do now.
You do now.
Because I will only come
Do we
here
have to
because I can't
register
take
with you?
any chances.
He punches. He hastily scribbles on a piece of stock paper, very
Call
thick
me Tito.
parchment, and
Tito
he takes it and
Pendejo.
bites 2 holes in it, and hands it to you.
Punch card. What's this place called? For double wand?
The double wand.
Double one.
That has been added to, and I grab it from him and I say, "This is the first thing that we'll put in our bag of holding," and then I drop it in there.
It's a 10%
And then I ask-
discount purchase upon 10 items purchase. 10.
Oliver doesn't actually know how this works, so he just sticks his hand in the bag and is like, "Oh, I don't know what to do," and then just thinks about the punch card and yeah, I need that the whole time. So thank you again. What's your name?
Thank you for asking. I am Rothalax.
And then she turns to the other head. And yours?
I'm also Rothalax. Oh, I'm also Rothalax.
Wonderful. I'm going to see a
Is one
Peritos.
you like an A and one a B?
No, we are the same.
You are the same. See you
I'm-
later, bro.
Take care. And nice to
We
meet
got-
you, Miss Lucia Paradise.
too. I really won't go to any other store because I'm afraid to.
We'll get you there. Don't worry.
There's a lot of naked people in Arkwich. A lot.
Okay.
Stay out of the butcher district if you're afraid of.
Why don't we eat meat?
brothels.
I don't think that's what he was talking about, sweetheart.
It's dangerous. Good day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go now.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.
And now where are you heading now? It sounds real nice.
We do some party planning. That might help me feel better. Maybe we can just because we needed to get a venue, and
We're
gonna have the biggest party that Arkwich has ever seen. We're gonna have a chandelier to make money for the center and to make a Shuni embassy in Arkwich.
Okay, and where are you having this party?
Solara was to find us a venue, but then I killed her.
He's gonna be fine.
What district are you having this party in?
I don't know.
It can't be here. Do you know how poor people are?
Yeah,
They
we
don't
know
like
we need
parties?
rich people.
Like
To
a
come
block
to the party.
party?
People are poor. You're trying to raise money. You're gonna need to go somewhere that has money.
That's where Solara lives. I think she
So-
was gonna find where we'd
Okay, so that brings up my other part.
go. Yes.
The people that have money
Uh-huh.
don't
Only
care
poor
about us.
people.
They
I
tax
used to
us.
have money, and I care about you.
You used to
think I-
have money. That's why you care about
You're
us
one of
now.
the good
I-
ones.
'Cause it's
I would have
used to.
cared. I
think
maybe
we
ran
should
out of
reach
a
out to
will.
the
There was a
guilds first.
problem.
Miss Lucy,
Yes.
I don't think Arkwich and Barkwich are very similar at all.
They are not.
Exactly.
I
So
think
you
the
see
main
how
difference is
everyone
your
very
social standing.
self-gratifying. Everyone
That's
here
the way
is
to
very
put it.
Yes. So they don't tend to care about anybody else.
Well, an alternative way to look at it is your social standing here is very different than it was there. So maybe they're pretty much the same, but you didn't have the same view as before.
Well, I think it's a great idea to have your party and attempt to do what you're doing. I'm just not sure you're going to get the results you may want if you go up too high.
But people like to feel good about themselves. They like to think they're doing something
That's what
without
they do.
actually real work.
You know, that's why we have brothels in this town.
To feel good about yourself.
They feel
Or
good.
forget about the things that don't make you feel good.
Exactly. It's the same reason why people do illicit activities called drugs.
I think I grant that the brothel is a form of a party, but not the kind of party I'm trying to throw.
That's fair.
Hey,
One of the things
you
I
guys
think we
wanna
should
buy
work
some
on.
drugs?
Go away, mate.
Tito
No.
might want some of that.
It's magical.
I think we should
Look
try
at
to
the
raise
person trying to
funds.
sell us drugs. I got some better mushrooms than you will ever have of anything.
I'm not.
I like mushrooms.
Tito doesn't need you.
I doubt it.
Here, Lucy, have a nice chanterelle.
You ever tried
She eats it.
black crystals?
No thanks.
What do you
brother.
do with those?
Duh.
Is this a real thing
Let's
happening?
just walk away.
Sir, have you ever had acid to the face?
Tito wants a muffin.
I've had some.
My name
yeah.
is Lucia Peritas. What's your name?
And I don't mean the kind that you take
You
as
can call me
Lucy.
Slick.
Lucy Slick here's
You want some?
he's one of those bad people we talked
Tell
about.
you what, first
Yeah.
one's free.
I slap it.
Yeah, and then I threw an
Yeah,
acid
Paul.
splash on it.
Hey,
Next one goes for your eye socket.
Get out of
Well,
here,
he's-
mate.
we don't think we need to hurt him.
cool, brother.
Yes, we
We're
do.
giving him the chance to walk away before
He
anything happens.
Picks up the crystal again.
The one that I threw acid on?
Yep.
It didn't get hurt?
Nope. Puts it in his pocket
Interesting.
and walks away.
So
So
I think
he's bad. So I
yes,
don't, he was trying to give me something though.
drugs.
So, have you ever heard of something called black crystal, Lucy?
No.
Exactly.
No.
That's
Neither
because
have
you're nice
none
and
of you have heard of black crystal. Also,
I don't need her here.
okay, great.
Some man named Slick came up to me offering me black crystal.
It's like out of a magazine that you show to your kids.
Yeah, kids, you want to try some drugs?
Yeah,
Want to try some
literally.
black crystal? What about some blue rock?
You hear him offering people down the street.
that gonna hurt them now that it has acid on it?
He put it in his pocket, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should look for some other ways to make money before we do a party, so that we can have a party that would bring in the kind of people who would be willing to give money as well.
Oliver, hear me out.
Start selling black crystal.
No, what if we went after the person selling black crystal? If he's selling it, he's getting money. We take him out. We take his money.
I don't want to mug someone.
If you met
mugging,
so this is where
streets.
Lucy, this is where morals
sweepers or sweeps.
Morals get really heavy around this stuff. Is doing something bad to a bad person a bad thing, or is it a good thing?
Yes, is it bad to a bad person is a bad thing.
Or is it good because you're helping it not happen to other people?
Before Lucy is very lawful good. It has to be a good thing.
He's doing bad things, though.
Okay, so part of my diplomatic training.
To go and get something to eat while we do the business.
I am hungry, but what business? There's always a hurt if you just try to hand me something. Is that illegal what he did?
Selling, is it illegal here to sell drugs?
Yeah, it's
assuming,
not legal.
Right?
No, it's not legal.
Yeah, so he's doing something
sorry, it's not
illegal.
Yeah, it is illegal, yes.
Then we can tell the guards that it's illegal, but why do we need to hurt him? That's not proportionate to what he just tried to do.
Or is it?
Technically, he wasn't selling drugs. He was giving it.
That might be even worse.
The law is the law is kind of gray there.
Is she a minor in this area? Because she's like maybe 17, maybe 18 in human years, but she's not a human.
If she, if she's not a, if she's
7 in Shuni years.
But if that's an 18-year-old or even a 17, the legal age in Arkwich is probably like 15.
7 for Shuni is like you just became an adult.
Yeah, you'd be considered an adult in.
She's a very sheltered 17-year-old, basically.
Yes.
We could check out the fighting guild, or we could check out the.
We can always join a guild and get money that way. Yeah. You take portions.
Yeah,
but hell,
a lot. It sounds like
yeah, but hell, look. What we can do here is either work illicitly, or we can go and join a guild and get skin by. You know, nothing. Yeah, nothing's nice.
Let's go. It doesn't hurt to talk to him, right?
Is there a guild where you like bake things, or
the Bakers Guild? They're cutthroat.
I once tried selling them some product, Lucy, and I got kicked out real quick. They blackballed me.
I don't like hurting people, and last time we tried to fight stuff, I killed
Lucy, I'm really worried about you and Arkwich. Arkwich is not the
I am too. I don't know how to go home.
I can't find a way to send you home, and personally the community center is a little bit tough up for one's money to send you home.
Yeah, we'll try to help. I don't know.
But I do encourage you to stick around and learn from these situations. They'll make you stronger. Being strong is what you're really out here for, isn't it?
Probably. I don't. Yeah.
Either way.
I'm so sad.
With people who care about you, you're going to be safe. And if we get into some trouble along the way, that's all part of life, right?
I don't know what Andaletta wants me to do. I don't know why I burn things. I don't like burning things. I don't know why.
Burn things.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Other people can heal, but apparently I set things on fire.
Why did you light stuff on fire?
Rats.
It's how she killed the rat at the end. She
lighting rats on fire is perfectly acceptable. They are vermin.
And they spread disease that hurts and kills people.
I don't like hurting things. That's why I don't eat meat.
Yeah, well, I don't like killing plants. That's why I eat meat.
Rats.
That makes sense. I respect that.
They suck.
That's the first sort of like morals being different thing that made sense to her. What everyone's been saying to her.
All right, Lucy.
So we're joining a guild.
We're gonna go talk to the guilds and find out what we can garner his earnings from them.
Maybe they have like an intro quest we can do. Like, hey, here's some of the options.
Go kill a bunch of rats in a tavern.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. You know, something low threat where people don't die.
Or what about making some nice cards for some lonely older people?
What about a retrieval quest, Lucy?
Lucy wants to go to the Crafters Guild.
Quest.
Don't go to the Crafters Guild. They're just as cutthroat as the Cookers Guild, the Bakers Guild.
Of course. Those are the guilds of people.
You
that
don't
see that
understand what they can do with their knitting needles.
Oh my!
Yeah, you can throw those really hard. And they're silent.
They're ninjas.
They knit together dwarven beards. It's terrifying.
That seems like that'd be just offensive to your people.
They get a special. I got a special cantrip knit when two people are adjacent. Knit facial hair together.
Oh!
Oh no!
That would be sick.
Lucy has facial hair.
It could be like a gravity slash. Like, I don't know. That could be cool.
Yeah.
It could do bludgeoning damage.
That's
for pulling two
hilarious.
people together. That's a cool cantrip.
That's a really cool cantrip. So,
All right.
Pyromancy.
So we're gonna go check out these guilds, Lucy. I'm gonna see if maybe we can find a retrieval quest or a quest that requires us not to kill as much, just to get your feet wet.
Okay.
You jumped into the deep end.
I think I was sent here to bring people together and be like,
To
let's
bring
be
people
nice.
together,
That's
you
not.
gotta gain a reputation to bring people together. If you're a
Maybe we
nobody
should
and you
go
start
see
talking to a
Goo Goo.
group, they're not gonna listen to you.
Yeah, we gotta climb up a little bit before people will listen to what we have to say.
Let's go see what the guilds are.
Let's
Yay,
see. We
guilds.
gotta earn our way up in the city's
what guilds?
hierarchies.
What guilds do you want to go to? What
It's the
guilds?
fighting
We've got
guild,
to
adventurers guild.
end with this person named Goo Goo, I hear.
Oh God.
Oh no, thank you.
No, we do not.
By the way, you guys just threatened to murder one of Gugu's associates.
Lucy
so
did
you
not.
really
Lucy
dodged
just
a bullet there.
Lucy just defended.
It was just a suggestion.
It's a real bad one. On the level of bad decisions, that was like number one. Hey, should we attack the Butcher's gang or Gugu's gang? All right,
It's like
Fighters
dinner
Guild.
time, right?
You do
Should we go
remember-
tomorrow?
No, dinner time. You already had dinner. You went back to the place and had
But we're
dinner. met up.
hurt. And
You
it's-
you do know that the guy went to the Fighters Guild. Like, you found the dead guy from the Fighters Guild.
I think we're looking for
So-
more adventure than
We can
fighting, right?
Fighters Guilds. So what you know about the Fighters Guild? They do like kind of helper quests, like quests that involve muscle. So like a lot of fighting quests. Like there's a thing in the swamp that's hurting people. Go kill it.
So
Adventure
those
quests would be like delving.
Okay.
That sounds
or odds and ends quests, like fetch quests would be the Adventurers Guild, where it's like it's like sometimes would be skirting the edge of legality. Like we need you to go. Someone wants this beautiful painting that is owned by this person. Get it. We won't ask how.
So maybe the fighting guild.
Or you could also be like, so there's the two sections. There's the questionable legality where it's like, oh, you got it, great. We'll just hide this. And then there's the like, all right, we need to go get this artifact from under Arkwich, under the Downs. So we need you to go get it. So there's like the two sections of it. There's like the ones that were like, go get something, we don't care how, and there's go get something, it'll be kind of dangerous.
Lucy, you decide.
Who
What,
pays
There's the
best?
Mage
we
Guild.
tell her about the.
Typically, that would be
We don't have a wizard or a sorcerer.
Mage Guild, probably not for you. Any amount of guild of like crafting stuff, those also exist. They're not probably as safe as the Fighters Guild, I will say.
So is an adventurers guild more like does the antiquities type of stuff?
Kind
too?
of, yeah. An Adventurers Guild is more relating to finding artifacts.
Who will
So,
give us the
but those
Money?
antiquities guild takes the highest cut, I thought.
Antiquity, yes, the Adventurers Guild takes a large
Yeah.
cut, and that would be like, so the Adventurers Guild works like someone comes to them and says, we need this vase, ancient vase. Here's 1,000 gold, and then they go, okay, adventurers, here's 100 gold. Go delve, and you can keep the spoils other than the thing you find.
What do you think, Lucy? I
Lucy
think you're
wants
the
to
one
know.
who's most undecided.
who gives us the most fabulous badges.
Just do adventure.
You saw the fighting badge earlier.
Adventure.
I don't. Does the adventurers guild give badges, or do they just hire everybody?
Adventurers Guild gives paper. Fighters Guild gives a badge you can wear on your armor.
So
I want a badge, but I want to be an adventurer instead of a fighter.
The Fighters Guild would like
you can make our own.
The Fighters Guild could be thought of like sheriffs almost, where they can go and have some amount of authority to be like, hey, there's this monster in this room. We need to go in here under the authority of the Fighters Guild. They're pseudo police, is what they
You
are.
know, his mind, he wants to be a cop.
But looking at our group, we have a druid, a monk, a bard, and oracle. None of us are truly fighters besides our wrestler.
You don't need to be a fighter. The fighters, it's because they fight. They're not fight.
I know. I'm saying like only one of us is truly good at that.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be a cop.
All right, hear me out.
He doesn't want to be a cop.
Lucy wants to be a cop, apparently.
Hear me out. So the Adventurers Guild, right? Maybe a little less direct combat. So we're fighting for the people, right? And we have a wrestler, so we could be the people's elbow.
We're the people's champions.
The champions.
I mean,
champions of the world.
Did you see the elbow when he jumped through the hole? That's gonna live in my brain forever. So I mean, I want to memorialize that personally in our badges. But if you all want to,
Tito's elbow.
Yeah. But we're fighting for the people, you know, like we're trying to bring everybody together. Oh, jeez.
Maybe we could be.
So right now, I
Tito's
just have this
Tito's people.
I just have this image of like
Tito's
an elbow
tots.
and just like a bunch of little like meeple people, like, and it's a crook.
I like that.
We can make those badges though, Lucy.
I will
we can work
also.
on that.
Let me also point out, you have technically, probably, maybe have started Fighter Quest.
Fire Quest?
Fighter Quest.
Fighter.
Because the sewers.
Should go to the fighters.
Just
check out.
All right.
Are they mutually exclusive?
what?
I don't think so, Oliver. So here's what I'm thinking. What if we take a quest from the Adventurers Guild, go over to the Fighters Guild, look for a quest that is similarly tied in.
Double dip.
Double dip.
You're a
Take
genius,
care of
mate.
2 quests, 2 guilds, double the money.
Let's
I feel
do
like
this,
they're
brother.
gonna say
High
we
five.
can't do that, but I'm so down to try.
It's worth a shot.
I agree. And then we could do one with each, and then that way we kind of can feel it out.
Great. So you make your way to the Blood Bowl. It's about nighttime, so it's starting to get. This is when the Blood Bowl kind of wakes up. So you're kind of getting there. Sun is starting to set. I don't think I've ever mentioned the time of year. I think it's late mid-spring, so it's starting to get darker or stay lighter later. But you can hear as you walk past it, you see the arena, the namesake of the Blood Bowl. The Blood Bowl itself, a massive coliseum. People are starting to go into the Blood Bowl. You can hear the crowd in there. It sounds like maybe there's some sort of entertainment, maybe a fight starting, people cheering. You can kind of even sense the energy coming from that place. Something is going on, something really cool. You're not sure what, but I mean, you're not here for that anyways. Then you kind of weave your way through the people. People are talking about the fight and how cool it's gonna be, and you make your way to the Adventurers Guild, weaving your way past workers and a lot of very large men and women, swords, axes of all shapes and kinds. Also, people that are carrying themselves in a way that makes you think like very skinny, small, slender frame, but equally as dangerous as anyone carrying a large sword. The place just feels dangerous. Like everyone here feels out of place. Like if you were to start something, you would all be in trouble. And you make your way to the Adventurers Guild first, you said. Near the Blood Bowl. You can still hear the Blood Bowl from the Adventurers Guild as you go in. And it's not the most full right now, you assume, because of the Blood Bowl event that's going on. But there's a small framed elf, slender framed elf, an elf with a slender frame, glasses, sitting at the front desk. He goes, "Hello, welcome to the Adventurers Guild."
Hello.
New
We're
blood.
Tito's tots.
Hello, Tito.
You took my name.
Tito's
It's a pretty good one.
Oh, are you
Hey,
all?
wait.
Yes.
Yeah, we're here and we were interested in potentially joining or doing some work for the Adventurers Guild.
Okay, great. Yes, excellent. Well, let's see. Grab some forms. All right, I'll need you each to fill out one of these forms. And will it just be the 4 of you, or is there other people? Just you 4?
We have another member, but they're a little out of commission right now.
Okay.
I don't think we can sign for her.
I don't-
Can we?
yeah.
I don't know how laws work here.
Can we put their name on
Sign
a,
for
Can we put the name on a piece of paper or
Well,
something?
we can provide temporary membership, so she has the authority on anyone you want, but she will have to come in and fill the paperwork herself, just in case something happens, because we all understand how adventuring works. It's a dangerous line of business.
Of
But
course.
It is?
Well, yes.
I put my hand on Lucy's shoulder. That's what friends are for.
Really new blood. Oh, dear, you will be
She's like,
fine.
I'm 7.
Yeah, you are gonna do so fine.
Oh, thank you.
I am excited to work for you.
I'm excited to work for you. My name is Lucia Peritas. You can call me Lucy.
My name is Gina LeBlanc. Pleasure to
That's a
meet you.
beautiful name.
And as is yours, Lucia. Can I call you Lucy?
You can call me Lucy.
Well, Lucy, that might be an even better name than Lucia, but they're both wonderful.
She's a good girl.
Would you-
Oh, her tail wags.
What was the first name? Sorry, just taking notes.
Was it Genevieve?
Just call her
Jenna?
LeBlanc.
Jenna, it's now
Was it Genevieve? How about
it's
Genevieve LeBlanc?
Genevieve LeBlanc. The name has changed within 30 seconds.
Call her Jenny LeBlanc.
Genevieve LeBlanc.
I'm still Genevieve from the block.
So as you guys are all talking, Herb kind of pushes away forward, and in Elven he goes, "I've mastered the Elvish tongue. Want a demonstration?"
Oh, I hope I don't know
no.
Elvish. Please tell me I don't know Elvish.
Well, in Dwarvish, she
Bend over.
replies,
I know Elven. I
would-
understood.
I would love a demonstration.
I know
I know
The
Sylvan.
Lara's not there, but she's clapping and laughing so hard. She just felt that.
Why are we demonstrating things in the Elven tongue? She
Uh,
says in Elvish.
He was just showing me how well he can perform.
She says in Gnomish to Oliver. What is going on?
I say in Sylvan back to her.
She doesn't know Sylvan, so she goes, oh.
I answer in Goblin.
Oh, this is in
Herb
Celestial.
looks
Andaletta,
to me.
why?
Herb goes, "Girl, you just gave me Mirkwood."
Oh no.
I question
language?
I
what
love Herb.
Nara.
Oh,
Oh god.
please fill out the papers and we can get everything settled, get you in the guild, get you a quest, and get you off on your way. So you fill out the papers. Excellent, great. Wonderful. Looks like everything is in order, and she hands you each a slip of paper that looks like official I'm an adventurer paperwork, or I'm a member of the Adventurers Guild paperwork. There's
I'm gonna
that.
get this framed.
Herb, there's a little
Get it
bit,
boxed.
there's a slip of paper that's like clipped to yours, Herb.
Mhm.
It's
You'll get it.
Phone number.
it's a hotel.
Address.
Yes, it is. It's a hotel room, and a time.
I'll bring the tangle root.
Jesus. I
What
love
language
it.
is that in?
Great. Okay.
What just happened?
Regaining composure. It's a way more mature game than I ever assumed it would be.
I really wish that
I decided that Herb likes Elven women. It makes sense since he's the gardener.
And it's not me.
He's a dwarf.
I didn't make it adult this time.
So
You were here in spirit.
yeah, you did it.
Yeah, I
Your
was.
presence.
Ito
Touch
and
it.
Herb have been on fire this episode. I'm freaking loving it, dude.
So,
All right.
well, for your quest, we have a couple of various ones. What would you be interested in? Do you have any preference as to what you want to?
No brothels.
We're gonna let Lucy pick our first quest since
Okay.
it's her first time.
Sure.
What do we have?
Well, Miss Lucy, what would you be interested in doing? I know that you're new to this whole adventuring thing, and we like to ease people in. We don't want to
Is there
throw them.
anything has to do with parties, fashion, or protecting children?
No. We have some delving missions. Typically, those are given to the higher ups as they're dangerous, but there is one which is a basic delve that you could do. Delving
what's
is
that?
going deep underground. We have someone who's
Where the sewers are?
technically
Probably some of it.
the way through is typically through the sewers, but then you go deeper than that. You can also go through the downs, but the downs is actually quarantined, I think, as of not quite. Maybe in a couple hours, the downs will no longer be accessible.
Oh, are they gonna be okay?
I don't know.
How do they get food?
I don't know. I haven't thought
Is
about
there
that.
is there a thing where we can bring food to the downs? I would do that adventure. That's a good adventure.
There's no adventure like that. We do have a very simple fetch an item from the ruins of Arkwich. That would be about 40 gold would be your payout, and you can keep whatever spoils you find. Fairly simple, fairly minor. There always is danger in going in there. There's spiders and various creepy crawlies. But
We do
nothing
that
that you
guys-
can't handle. There's also, if you want something above ground, we have some items that need to be retrieved. Let's see, we
What
have.
if we do both? What if we go get the items from above ground, go down, bring up more items?
Why don't?
We are looking for things that don't necessarily skirt on the line of legality.
Yes, of course. Not everyone is for that.
Yeah, at least for
Tito
now.
is.
Well, let's see.
I'm
We have.
on your side, Tito. But
I would
for
say
young Lucy,
This is. You said children. Well, we do have someone who wants to retrieve a toy for their child's friend.
I want to do that one. Let's do that one.
Perfect. This is the one that would pay the 40 gold. And it's quite simple. It would be. She pulls out a map. This will be. We'll give you one of these to keep. And she's explains. This looks like labyrinthian.
She goes, I already have a map. She pulls up the one with all the problems on it.
No, different map, dear. So this
Straight
will
improv.
this will be roughly here, and she marks a spot, like a path for you to take. Typically, we give the adventurers a very easy mission to start out, which is what this is. I would expect minimal, not none, but minimal resistance. Should be quite simple to take care of. But once again, this is Arkwich, and who knows what happens in Arkwich, especially when you
Finding that out. I'm from Barkwich.
I've never heard of it. I'm sure it's lovely though if you come
It
from there,
is.
Lucy. I'm sure everyone is just so wonderful.
They are.
Great. So after, I must say though, you are trainees still. You are not technically full members of the Adventurers Guild. You don't have access to all of the wonder we have. After you come back from this quest though, you will be granted membership. We need to just make sure that you are up to snuff, and that you aren't going to die on something that should be easily accomplishable. As always,
killing
the
rats in a
adventurers.
tavern?
Yes, killing rats would smaller than typical. And once again, as you have signed, your death or dismemberment is not a cause of any interaction with the Adventurers Guild, and as such, we hold no responsibility for any injuries sustained while adventuring for us. Although we would feel terrible if it happened. So please keep all your
This is
limbs
that.
attached. What?
I'm glad you would feel terrible. I'd feel terrible if you got hurt too.
Well, there's a reason why I don't go adventuring anymore.
You take an arrow to the knee.
No. My party died.
Oh.
Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry.
Do you need a hug?
No, Well, yes, I do.
Lucy
Eyes
gives
look
her a
over. She hugs you. She looks at Herb. Good times.
I see the eyes. All right,
Lucy does
yeah. Herb, MVP, baby.
Great.
We can probably head out to this first thing in the morning.
Wonderful. Looking forward to working with you in the future, Miss Lucy. Tito, Oliver, Herb.
Yes.
Save the best for last. All right. Yeah.
Do we get a pay bump when we become full-fledged members?
No, you get access to higher paying missions.
That makes sense.
Dope.
Have a nice
Let's
evening.
get some rest. Well, okay, yeah. A question: does interaction with your guild prohibit us from interactions with any other kind of agencies?
Nope. So, the missions that are, we typically handle interacting with other agencies by the types of requests. If a request comes in that is fitting of the Fighters Guild, we're not legally allowed to accept that quest. Therefore, everything that we have is separate from the Fighters Guild. So, as such, you may interact with any number of guilds.
So we're not exclusive to you.
Correct.
Perfect. Thank you, brother.
Except Herb
Thank
is.
you.
They're not
Maybe.
exclusive.
That's out of character.
She's not
Sounds good.
exclusive.
Let's go
Course.
fill up our quest log.
Let's do it. Side questing it up, brother.
Oh, yeah.
And so you are going to the Fighters Guild now.
Yeah, let's head there.
Go to the Fighters Guild. There is one really mad-looking dwarf behind the desk.
So Lucy goes over to him, and Perfect Dwarf goes, "Hi, what's your name? My name is Lucia
I
Paratops."
don't care what your name is.
Oh. We don't care what your name is. I'm here for a job. Do you have a job?
That was a
That was aggressive.
drastic change.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was
Nice,
assertive.
Lucy. That was
It was
nice
an appropriate response.
I'm
rough.
so sorry. I feel very bad.
You be
So
polite to
sorry.
the young ladies, sir. We're here for work.
I've had a hard day. I killed my friend. I found out like every other building's a brothel. I got invited to something that I didn't even understand in a language I don't speak by an Ifrit who was floating around.
Ooh, great. I thought it was a water benefit.
Name's Broggs.
Thank you, Broggs. You may call me Lucy if you want, but I don't care if you do at this point.
Oh, shit.
That's fair.
You must be new to Arkwich.
I am. Do you have a job for us?
Fill out this paperwork. We can get you a job.
We have we'll need a fifth piece of paper.
You also notice behind the guy on the counter, the dead dude from earlier.
Oh no.
What's up
I
with
say-
that dude?
Or it's through a door behind the counter.
I say nothing.
He's
We'll
brought
take his
in-
job.
It is an entry job. Sure. Fill out your paperwork. You can have it.
You died from an entry job? What are we doing?
Going into the sewer, killing some stuff.
All right, let's do it.
Your face. Hero points. I need to give out two. I already gave Tito one. I'm gonna give Herb and
You'll need it for the
I
thing
think
he's about to have.
I'm gonna give Lucy a hero point because she's had it real rough.
Drama point.
Trauma point.
She's had it so rough, she's just gone like 180 with her personality right now.
Arkwich has changed her in the matter of 24 hours, legitimately.
Well, she's kind of doing that whole like late teens reinventing herself when she came out here. I don't think she was a vegetarian before she came out here. And so she's just tried a new thing.
I bet she was missing her chicken nuggies.
Mhm,
You are
mhm.
trainees. You are the lowest of the low. You are maggots. You are worthless. Your life does not matter. Your death is not held responsible by the Fighters Guild. You are accepting these jobs under understanding that you might not come back alive, and that is that's a risk that you are willing to take. Every job you complete by the Fighters Guild you will receive a stipend, depending on the challenge of the mission. set by how many enemies you kill and how much proof you bring back. You bring back no proof, you get nothing.
What do
First
you
of
like
all-
for proof? Ear?
Parts of whatever you have killed. Proof that you have killed it. A heart, a brain, a head, I don't care. Hands, limbs won't be enough proof. People can live without a limb. I need something that a thing couldn't live without.
So, still speaking in Dwarvish,
It's
he goes, first of all,
package.
these men are not maggots. They may be kind of loose, but they are not maggots.
You're right. They're lower than maggots. They're the what's the word that I had for
Dirt.
Larva. Pupa.
Tadpoles.
I don't remember. They're low.
Fecal
They're
matter.
If you
They're
think that
the-
long, you don't have a
they're
word.
the crap that I take every single morning after I've eaten lettuce and cabbage. They're
You know,
Are
diarrhea.
you a vegetarian too?
You should really change your diet.
I don't actually eat lettuce and cabbage. I'm just
All right,
like,
good.
that gives
You
me
know,
it gives me the runs. I real
She
bad
doesn't-
poop, real bad poop, and that's what you are.
You should have some blood sausage and maybe some eggs.
I do it. Yeah, I have blood sausage,
All right.
eggs, a little bit of ham, sure, some baked
Yeah,
beans
yeah.
underneath, a little bit of
All
eggs.
right,
No,
man,
it's delicious.
Get rid of the beans.
No, the beans add, man. The beans
No,
add.
I'm telling you.
You throw some
telling you, it's
bacon
the
in
beans.
with the beans.
Tito, what do you
Bacon,
think they're talking about?
Beans. This is all in Dwarvish. It's a very heated conversation, obviously, you two.
I'm just like, I'm leaning up against Tito's.
They're talking
ass.
about breakfast.
I don't know. Maybe our pay?
See, I don't know Dwarvish, so I don't know if that's just how it always is, or if they're like talking really angry.
No, they're bonding.
You think it's about pay, huh?
They did absolutely, but Herb is the best. Herb just instantly made this guy his friend.
I don't know either.
No, all right, you both maggots, right? You're all you're all the crap that I take in the morning, lower than maggots. Look, I'm supposed to do that.
I think they're talking about brothels.
This is
It's all right.
in common now.
Okay.
He says I'm supposed to do that. This
It's
is
just
just
fine.
Do
Yeah.
you need a hug too?
No, I don't.
No, he
want
needs a
hug.
drink. What's
I
wrong
need
with you?
I need a drink. You wanna?
Why are Lucy's arms out?
Lucy's just a hugger. You know that.
Does anybody have a saw?
Hey. Whoa. What? What's
Yeah,
the software?
yes. Here, he has you.
Do a saw.
He has one on standby.
Hey.
Here is the traditional Fighters Guild package. There is.
We might actually need that.
This will preserve the body parts you cut, and here is the weapon to cut the body parts.
Thank
You only
for
get
saw.
one. If you lose it, you must buy another. They are magical. They will be stolen. If anyone tries to steal it, you are legally allowed to kill the thief.
But do we have to?
Yes.
What-
Technically, no, but
See?
most people do.
How much does it cost for a new one?
The knife is 50 gold. The container is 100 gold.
Lucy,
You have 150
we have to kill
gold?
them.
I don't have 150 gold.
If
so
you
it sounds
kill
like we
the
had to fight
thief
back.
and you bring it to us, you will get 50 gold.
Beautiful.
Pretty good for a day's
Sounds like
murder.
repercussions for your actions.
Yes.
So what are our options for our first?
Well, like the young lady wanted, she wanted his job. He died in the sewer. You will be competing with the rest of his group, which has not yet been recovered.
They're probably not making it back.
But
Interesting.
he wasn't alone when he went down. We do assume he's dead. They're dead. That's why we're giving you this mission.
You want their hearts too?
I prefer their bodies. We actually, if you have enough credit built up with the guild, enough jobs done, you will receive one free resurrection spell
Oh.
if it hasn't been logged. Two.
Is
Even
he
if it's not
resurrected?
on the job.
You have to do enough missions to receive this.
This is a starter mission. He died on a starter mission, so
What if-
probably not.
What if we
still
die doing something else, but we've built up enough credit? Will you still resurrect us if it's not from that mission?
Only when you are working. If you are on a mission actively, working towards the goal.
lean
if
over
you
to
were to
Oliver.
die, yes, but if you are not if you have an active mission but are working for a separate guild and die on their mission, we will not. And if you try to say so, if we do use your credit and bring you back, you will be held responsible financially for that. Although I will say we don't actually have any clerics, so it doesn't. All the clerics got called away.
It's just like a fake
Wait,
thing.
Well, no,
clerics
generally they do. They just no. I don't know why I keep looking at my wrist, but typically, we do have clerics on staff, but they've all been called away.
It's half past a freckle.
It's
right
probably
now.
because you got that weird bite on your
Yeah,
arm. Where'd you get that?
Well, there was the Adventurers Guild. Yeah. So.
All right. As soon as it is.
The clerics are doing something. This might be something to explore.
The clerics
too,
are
because
they all
the
got
temple
called
was
away.
empty.
Like they
got called away to the.
It was a
This-
government order under threat of death. If we had said no, they would have the army, the actual army, would have come in here. And
This doesn't sound good. So the Downs is being quarantined, and no one's getting them food, and the clerics are all being taken away.
wait, you care about the Downs? Why aren't we all laughing at that?
She goes up to him and goes, grabs his face, puts him on the table, and says, "You know who wouldn't care about the people? Maggots."
I wouldn't. Maggots? No, maggots
Look
would.
at you, maggots.
No, maggots would definitely not care about other people unless
Exactly.
they were dead.
Look at other people.
And then
so
they
you were
would eat
maggots.
them. They would care about their death. I care about their. I don't care if they're dead. I'm not a maggot.
Then you're less than a maggot.
No, I would. What?
She's like way too close in his boundaries.
I'm gonna turn Lucy around, start walking her out.
Let's go get some rest.
Go.
Lucy has grown balls.
He yells, "Maggots!" And just be
She's
pulled out.
tired. She's flabby.
She's had an eye-opening day.
She's tired.
Remember, she's already had a meltdown, so now she's like not recovering from that. I don't like him.
Lucy, you'll like him over time, probably.
I don't think so. I'm gonna
It
hold on
takes
to
time.
this.
Lucy, a lot of people hide their emotions because they're scared of them.
Lucy's
So-
kind of a goody two shoes, and I think you need to let a little bit of that go so
Lucy,
you can really.
I think it's time you get a drink.
I don't drink. There's something going on in the Downs.
Lucy, it's the
But
Downs.
it's all the way down there.
We don't go to the Downs. Do you know why it's called the Downs?
Everyone's sad down there. It's
pretty
below
much.
everything else.
Pretty
That's
much.
accurate. Yeah.
Do you know we're only one step above the Downs in our Mongrel district?
Yeah.
I do now.
If the Downs go away, we're the lowest. If we're the lowest, we're gonna get literally.
So then maybe we should care about the Downs.
Sounds like it's already
Wow,
too
that's
far
actually
gone.
that's really
a
good
pretty
logic.
logical thing, actually.
It's kind of messed up if you think about it.
That's
I know. Shit.
And mate.
We
wow.
will
Lucy, the
make sure that they
easiest
don't go
way
down,
for us
so
to
we're not the
help the
lowest.
Downs is to make as much money as we can up here.
I
And
mean,
give it to the Downs.
A gold in the
Nope.
Mongrel district is like 10 gold in the Downs. Probably
We need
more
to
than that,
elevate
honestly.
beyond here before we help them. We need to get to the top, all the way to the tippy top of this whole city,
Are
The
you gonna
tippy top,
become
that's
like?
a brothel.
so we can change it from
Are you gonna become like
top
President
and go
Camacho?
tip to tip with all of our friends.
Tito always rises
He's gonna
to
become the
top.
president in Idiocracy.
Yes. We have to make
You're
that
Terry,
happen.
you're
We have
Terry
to make
Crews
it.
from Idiocracy.
Yep.
We have to make it
You're gonna be
happen.
the new whatever this place has.
Holy cow.
Is that Terry Crews is
Yeah.
the president in that?
I think
Yeah.
so, pretty sure.
That's
Yep.
amazing.
Yeah.
100%.
So let's go get some rest.
I love that movie so much.
I think we could all use a good night rest, right?
It's a really good documentary.
Okay. Well, so you head back to your place. It's actually pretty late now. And it sounds like
I don't head back to my place.
oh yeah,
actually.
you don't head back. You head to
I head
you-
to a hotel room.
Yeah, good for you. So you head to your respective rooms of sleep, and you take a nice, not. You take some rest. Some of you get less rest than others. She's
Lucy
a freak,
prays
by the way.
for all of them.
She's a freak. You're tired in the morning.
You're
Also,
praying for all of us. You're the one with the demon.
You lose 5 hit
Bill
points.
sleeps like a rock.
No, she doesn't have a
Herb,
demon
five hit
in her.
points gone.
I lose 5
You
hit
lose
points?
5 hit points. It's a good night for you.
Oh. All right.
You can heal yourself afterwards, but just so you know, you're tired in the morning.
Need one more coffee, please, beer.
You all sleep. Lucy, you don't have restful sleep.
I don't.
No, you
Shouldn't I have done the rest?
No, you rest, but like your night's sleep is it's upsetting. It's not a good sleep. You had such a hard day today. So many different emotions.
She probably cried herself
You
to sleep.
cry yourself to sleep.
I'm gonna wake up early and go get breakfast specifically for Lucy and have it ready for her when she wakes up.
It's so nice. And in the morning, you all wake up.
Vegetarian.
Lucy, we'll go with Lucy because Lucy's affected by this. Lucy, you wake up and there's a wonderful vegetarian-made breakfast, and you see.
Is there a note? Do I know?
Yeah, well, you see Oliver
There's
there.
No,
but
okay,
you
if there's no
also
note, I'm
see-
assuming Grognak.
Oh no, Oliver's there with his meal, and he's talking to. What are your guards' names?
Bingo and Rex.
Bingo and Rex there, sitting talking with Oliver.
She drops it, runs over.
You're not even. It's
Bingo.
like when you come out of your room,
Oh.
you smell whatever he cooked. You see Oliver, and then you walk around a corner, and Oliver's talking with someone, and he's talking with Bingo and Rex.
She runs over to him. Bingo, Rex, do not go to the tippy tip.
Oh,
Do not.
brothels are not what I thought. I
Me
thought
neither.
they served broth. There were so
Why did
many
they broth all day?
wigs. Wigs everywhere.
Wigs!
I
Wigs, what do you
wanted
mean wigs?
broth.
You didn't go to the wig shop, did you?
No.
Oh no.
No! I hate the hair! It's been such a
He hugs
hard
them both.
day! They all hug you! You guys have a nice cry together!
I play some music.
And game! Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. We'll be back again, hopefully we'll be back again next Saturday. Well, actually, this is not coming out on Saturday. Then we'll be back whatever day this comes out. I don't know. It's a video now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time.
Heart
Bye.
link.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what was this?
It's a heart and a blink. Make a heart.
It's upside down
no,
now.
No, heart.
That's not a heart. That's a spade, you monster.
I'm digging your